Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for joining. Having a little bit of a software issue with the Instagram, so unfortunately, it doesn't look like we'll be able to have them joining today. So again, thanks for everybody for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We got a lot of stuff on tap for today. Hopefully, keep it within 2 hours. So let's bring in the gang. Let's start with the man in mourning. We all know who that is. Big Al with the Lakers.
What?
The Lakers hat.
What a choke job. Other than that choke job of a game yesterday, I guess can't be better, right? Oh, man. By the way, I don't know if you heard the news about the game yesterday, but JJ Redick did not sub out anybody in the second half.
Saw that. First time ever.
Insane. Yeah. That is crazy, especially when you have a 10-point cushion. That might be a time to sit out the starters just to get some breathing time, some water time. But hey, now we're down 1-3, and I'm pretty much sure the season's done. So I'll be wearing all black starting Wednesday.
Well, you can cheer on the Celtics.
Yeah. You know what? If I do that, I might as well. You know what? I should just stop collecting. Because hell will have frozen over.
I'll take your collection. I'll take it.
But yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty crazy April. I know a lot of us had pre-orders hitting left and right, so this should really be 12 figures a month. But we got to keep the 6.
It really should, yeah. And I feel bad, because Al asked me to pick something up for him. I'm not going to say what it was, but money is really tight with me. Money's really tight with Al. It's like neither of us could really swing it. So
yeah. We gotta make some sacrifices, and can't get everything. But you know what? Hey, even with all the crazy stuff going on, I know a lot of us got some pretty good stuff this month. So we'll be glad to share that with everybody.
I will say that some figures, we'll get into it a little bit later, but some figures I can't get here. And, the guys, Ryan, Al, Jason, they pick things up for me in the States. They're really great about that. Al picked me up a couple figures over the month. I'm really excited to get. They're not going to make my list because I don't have them in hand, and that's the rule for the 6 figures a month. You have to have them in hand. But he came through. He came through like a champ, so thank you, Al. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. We all, help each other out, especially in the Facebook group too. I see a lot of people, posting links to hard to get stuff, and, people making deals and helping each other out. So, that's what we're all about.
Yeah. So let's bring in another dude who just hooked me up today. Jason,
what's up, party people? Yeah, Al, you are certainly going to be in mourning. That is it.
Yeah.
So, Jason, how's it going?
It's not been a fun week, but it's been a good month for collecting, like you said. So I got that going for me. So much stuff this month, next month, and the month following. When we first started doing this, I used to kind of worry, was I going to be able to even get 6 figures a month? And apparently that's pretty easy to do now.
That's a good month. 6 figures.
Right. So
yeah,
unfortunately some of my stuff came in a little bit late, and then I had some stuff to deal with this last week. So I'm missing a few things I otherwise would have added, but so much good stuff. And I know Al's got a couple of things I was thinking of putting up there. So at least everyone will get to see all the good stuff. And we got the count, so that's good news.
Got the count. So I was saying, Jason hooked me up. Jason got me the count, the NECA count. I'm very happy about that. So thank you.
I never thought I would be hustling that hard to find a Sesame Street figure, but here we are.
Right.
Yeah. Just stay crunchy in your milk, and everything will be good.
I was having a Ren and Stimpy kind of day, so I won't forget. It's a random reference if anyone still gets it.
So let's get in our last member. He's itching at the bit. He wants to show something off. There he is. He's doing
I bet against
play money.
No, I just Lakers suck, and I won all this money last night. That's right. Yeah, why you a Lakers fan, guys? Lakers haven't been good since Kobe. Well, let's not talk
They
about
weren't
that.
even
Right?
that good then.
Yeah. So my week's
They
been
stole
great.
that series from the Celtics.
Too bad the Lakers can't keep playing after what? Well, one more game, right? Then they're done, or what? Are they
Then they're
done? I
done.
don't even remember. So they're done.
They're down 3-1.
Oh,
Down
3-1.
3-1.
So I got one more chance. So I'm gonna take all this money and put it on the Timberwolves. So and then I can buy a couple dragons when they go on eBay, right? So
Hey, they're on Big Bad Toy Store.
oh, Big Bad Toy Store. I might have to jump on that then.
Yeah.
But I might have to get a couple more. Army built some, but we should be getting about 3 more of those dragons. So my week's been good. I don't know about yours, but my week's been great. So
My week's been expensive as all of the month of April has been expensive, especially with Star Wars Celebration. That was a very, very expensive day for me. So
yeah.
unfortunately.
And then Hot Toys announcements. So the next couple days leading up to May 4th will be an insane amount of drops probably. And then May 4th will come and nothing will drop, right? So we'll see.
I don't know. I think things drop before May 4th so that they're available to buy May 4th. They don't just throw them up there with no warning. So, May 4th is a recap, basically. All right, let's go in. Let's see who's here to say hi. Mark, always first, except for the collector. We got Eric. Eric, how's it going? 3 minutes. I am Batman. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Richard is here. He's given up on the Lakers. That's the best thing you've decided all day. I'm going to say it is fortunately, you spelled that wrong, Eric. Fortunately over for the Lakers. So the Moffat Road, that's the only thing you have pre-ordered. That's the only thing you have coming. That's going to be a bit. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But, yeah, your Bucks. I'll say this. Doc Rivers is probably the most overrated coach since Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson was overrated. And shortly or very soon thereafter, you have Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, he won once. He should have won 2 or 3 times with that Celtics crew. He only won 1 time. Went to the 76ers. They imploded. He's with the Bucks. They're imploding. He's not that great of a coach. He never has been. He has a lot of talent, just like Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson goes where the talent is, and he wins. So,
But
Doc Rivers probably coached 20 seasons. He's been around forever. I said Doc Rivers has coached forever, though. So, whatever he's doing, people like him.
The best thing about Phil Jackson, though, was he knew how to manage the egos for the most part.
Yeah. He could do that. I mean, anybody who can manage Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman on the same team.
Yeah. I mean, the Tex Winters was the real mastermind behind that offense. We all know that.
So we have Angel asking a question. Got a shipment today for Superboy. I'm gonna guess you got the shipping notice. My rating on him, I gave him a 9.5. That Superboy is awesome. I had some paint issues with mine, more paint issues on that figure than I've had on any figure ever. But paint issues are, they're not that bad. And the biggest paint issue that I had was on the back of the figure, and that is easily masked with the jacket, which I plan on having him wear anyway. So it was sort of like an invisible issue. But it's a 9.5 for me. That figure is awesome. And once people get it in hand, when I did the Toby and I said the Toby's like a 9 maybe 9.5, but a 9. People were like, no, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. People started getting it in hand. Everybody's like, this is a great figure. Nobody listens to me. This one is better than the Toby. It's better than the 2099. This is their best release this year. That includes the Mando. That includes the Luke and the Han. This is their best release so far. So if anybody's on the fence with that, definitely pick it up.
I'm not on the fence, but I think Genki might have canceled my order errantly. So
Really?
Yeah, I looked in there, just no status. Like, I'm pretty sure I paid for that.
Oh, you know what? I'm telling you, Genki lately. I mean, I know we had a lot of issues with the warehouse stuff.
Yeah.
But now I've also noticed that I don't get notifications.
No.
Like when, hey, this item's in your warehouse, like Deadpool 2.5. I had no idea it was in the warehouse, and I just got an email saying that it was canceled. Which, you know what, might be a blessing in disguise, because
with
those issues with these amazing Yamaguchis, I don't know if I want to keep paying the money for them. Maybe for select fews, but I've just been having bad luck with them.
They were so good for a while there too.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what's going on with those amazing Yamaguchis. That's crazy.
Yeah. And for Genki to tell Darek to just fix it is insane to me. like not even offer like some type of discount or something. It just fix it.
Was it Genki that told him to fix it, or was it just somebody commenting
Genki.
like?
No, it was Genki.
Was it Genki?
Yeah, but I mean, some people were actually agreeing with that. Like, I was like, you guys shouldn't.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You
at least
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, at least a discount or something,
Yeah, something to make it better. I see people all the time going, well, it's international, so what are you going to do? And I'm like, they're selling a product. They're responsible for selling the product you paid for. It's not inexpensive what we all do. So, there got to be some reasonable expectation there.
Yeah. And what's crazy is it's a 2.5. Like, I know, like, people were having similar issues with the previous models. It's like, what the heck? This is your third version. What is going on?
Yeah. To continue to have that kind of problem at this point when you're doing an updated version, it's insane.
I'll probably get it double because I bought one of the red and the gray. So we'll see how that goes.
So let's keep going. So he collects the Star Wars. He made the comment in the Facebook group, and it's a pretty good comment. It's in relation to the Hasbro releasing that Visions box that was supposed to be a Star Wars Celebration exclusive. And the wording, the press release was it was an exclusive. It wasn't a first to market. It was an exclusive. That's how they marketed it. And now it's available on Amazon USA, Amazon Japan, both sites, less money than what we paid at Celebration. And you can order multiples, unlike Celebration, where you had to wait in line over an hour to get one. So we're not going to talk about it anymore. It's just a big F up by Hasbro in that regard. But he hates the Black Series. He thinks that Storm Marino or Jada can do a better job and keep the price down. Hasbro it's basically a recycling company at this point. I mean, they reuse so much stuff.
Yeah.
And that's to be expected. And, you can't blame them. But the amount of reuse is kind of crazy. And the amount of repaints and the amount of repacks that they do, especially with the Star Wars Black Series line, is insane. Again, it's disrespectful to collectors that you release a army building in-demand figure as a 2-pack with some random one-off figure that you can't army build. So if you have Geonosian droids and you want to army build them, they end up packing it with a C-3PO. I can't army build C-3POs. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, like care about your collecting base, care about your customers, but they don't. Anybody want to shit on Hasbro while we're here?
Oh, I mean, We're gonna be doing a lot of that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Well, I
Yeah.
guess you can save your ammo. We're talking about an NBA, I guess, a little bit more than we're talking about toys right now. But yeah, a lot of hard fouls in the first round. We're not even going to talk about the Magic. Ridiculous the way they're playing. The Superboy, yeah, like it's, spoiler alert, he's in my top 6 for the month. He's one of my 6, so he's great. He really is great. So where can you still grab that Superboy?
Genki,
I don't know.
apparently you can have mine. No, it's still up there. I checked for the inevitability that I have to reorder it. But
yeah, I think like Richard said too, I think it's still on Ami as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's in short supply.
I think the only time we've had issues where things sell out very quickly these days is the Bane, the Daredevil, and to a degree that comic cap. That comic cap lasted probably a month.
Yeah,
the Bane lasted a couple weeks. I'd say maybe 2-3 weeks, if memory serves. And then the Daredevil sold out really fast because they just underestimated the demand. And when it dropped, people lost their minds. So that was a very, very rare kind of outlier situation. I wouldn't worry about the Superboy selling out. You'll probably have time, and if you cross your fingers, you might be able to get it at a discount later on in the year. But don't miss out on it. It's a great figure. It really is.
It's a bit niche too, like the rest of the Reign of the Superman. If you're not real into it, it's may not be for everybody. I think it looks spectacular, and that jacket is killer.
I didn't get Steel.
Oh,
yeah. He's still available here. He's still available.
How's he still available? He's like one of the best Mexico of all time.
He really
is.
Or sorry, Mafas.
Mafas.
Not Mexico. My bad.
I put him right next to Cyborg Superman, which is still one of my all-time favorites.
That's a great figure. This Superboy is better than that.
Wow.
Let me expand that. I wanted to compare them in my video, but my kids took my figures and I don't know where they went. So yeah, that Cyborg Superman is great. He's grown on me a lot more since I first got it. When I first got it, I thought it was a really good figure. Now I think it's a great figure. Very nice. But again, this Superboy for me is a notch above that. It's a very good figure. So the Amazing Yamaguchi, a lot of the figures that they've been doing recently, they've been releasing have had serious quality control issues. Things coming broken, things coming, with a little bit of paint issues, but mostly engineering issues. Things breaking very quickly. So, I think with Amazing Yamaguchi, I don't think they've been as popular as they've been ever within the last 2 years, maybe a year and a half. They've just kind of there's been a lot of hype over them. And I think they got a little bit carried away and put out some shoddy stuff to try to get it to market quick. So I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. The new Deadpool released. What is it? The 1.5?
2.5.
The Deadpool released. They came in the red and the gray. I'm not buying it just because people are having issues with the line left and right. So I'm not wasting my money on it. So if it's a great figure, fine. But I'm not rolling the dice on a figure that price, on a maybe. So I've got other Deadpool figures, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah. I got the Batman, the Arkham Knight one, which is a great figure. To me, it's still a great figure. The proportions are off, as I think everybody would agree. But, I'm not getting him to stand him upright in a museum pose. He's an action figure. So.
Yeah, I got that complaint, but no one's, unless you're standing him back to back with another figure or him just keeping them straight, and I can't imagine any of us are really doing that. I got no complaints. I think it's a great figure.
His arms are long like a gorilla.
There's that.
But that's to facilitate that hero landing.
Yeah.
I mean, without the arms being a little bit longer, you can't do it. So I'm cool with that. That's all right. I mean, that's the pose I want him in. And if this facilitates that, then no complaint from me. A little bit longer proportions to get it in the specific pose, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what? When you look at other amazing Yamaguchi figures, they do have that, disproportional type body if you stand them in the museum pose. But I'm just about to talk about everyone's favorite black and white gray subject. I actually have 3 amazing Yamaguchi KOs that I just bought just to try because I've seen people talk about, hey, if you want to get a KO, this is the one to get, and that's the Harley, Carnage, and what was the third one? Actually, no, I think that might be the only 2. But
Like
no, I actually didn't get that one yet. These are basically like the no-name KOs. Like there's not even a CT, but they have better QC than half of the amazing Yamaguchi legit figures I have. Just nuts.
Which Harley is it? Which one?
The one that it was the blue and red one.
Oh,
yeah, with like the roller skates.
Yeah,
yeah. It was like $15, and I just saw people saying, "Hey, that's a pretty good KO." So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it, and I did. And like I said, it's better. These KOs are better than half of the legit amazing Yamaguchis I have.
$15 and the legs don't fall off. Mission accomplished.
Exactly.
Yeah. So with those figures, like the Attack on Titan figures, these are totally new molds. Maybe it's a strong deterioration of the molds from first release to second release. I mean, maybe the mold that they're using is awful. That's creating these issues with these reissues. But I've heard a lot of great things about the Attack on Titan. I think it's sold out. But I was in the Kyoto store the other day and I didn't see it. I saw everything else.
They actually just announced, I think it was last week, that they're already doing a second run for.
Yeah, they're doing a second run. Yeah. So I'm gonna be in on that. I was too busy to pick it up when it released. I think it released around the same time, maybe as Celebration, or something was going on that weekend, and I wasn't able to pick it up. And I was in no rush to get it. And then when I went to get it, I didn't see it. And then I went in the store again the other day and I didn't see it again. So, it probably sold out. Yeah. Did you get the extra head?
No, because I got mine from Ami. So unfortunately, I don't have that screaming, battle face, which that should have honestly just been a regular accessory, because one neutral face for Attack Titan is kind of a bummer. But I haven't opened it yet, so I haven't really gotten to play around, or I haven't played around with it yet, so I can't really say if mine was perfect or had QC issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's keep going through. Lots of quality. Yeah. What is that, Jason?
I was saying those mess toys are looking really good too. The candle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the main issue with that seems to be the Batman arm. It won't stay on. My left arm actually just came off. It's in a box somewhere.
Yeah, I cannot get it to stay on.
Yeah, I mean, it stayed on forever, and then it just came off one day, and that was it.
Well, Al, yours just literally falls off, right? There's not even a slow slide. It's just off.
Like I opened it, and it wasn't even attached.
So it's not really pain. I mean, there's occasional pain issues, but it's mostly joints or pieces breaking, joints just not staying on. Now, the amazing Yamaguchi that I've gotten, and Ian and I have talked about this. Ian, when he buys his amazing Yamaguchi now, when he buys them, he gets them from the store, like the Kyoto store. Kyoto makes amazing Yamaguchi. That's the parent company. and he said that he's going to, I don't know if he's even started yet, but he's going to buy them and open them in the store.
Yeah.
To inspect it to make sure that there's no quality control issues, because, you know, they tend to give you a little bit of a runaround, which might be the reason that Hobby Genki said just fix it, because it's quite possible that Kyoto is giving even the retailers the runaround.
That makes sense.
I know Ian had to go through a lot to get his figure replaced.
Yeah.
And he brought it in, I think, within a week of buying it when it was sort of broken. But we've discussed our amazing Yamaguchi stuff, and I don't pose my stuff a lot. I'll pose it, find the pose I like. You know, you mess around, you find the pose you like, and I leave it.
Yeah.
It's done. And then if I try to move it like a couple months later, the joints, once you move it a little bit, the joints just become super loosey-goosey. You know, like,
yeah,
that shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't have to apply any type of oil or any type of adhesive to these figures that are just a couple months old. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But that seems to be a recurring problem now with these amazing Yamaguchis.
Yeah.
So
it's happening to my legit. I have a legit Agent Venom. I'm sorry, and the symbiote tendrils on the back. Again, same. I just keep them, in the same pose, displayed, but they're loose and they fall off, which is kind of a bummer.
Same with the Iron Spider. That thing drives me freaking nuts.
Yeah.
You try and pose it, and while you're doing it, the other one's falling off.
Yeah.
Or parts of the joints fall off. It's such a cool look, but it's so frustrating to deal with.
The day I got it, the Iron Spider, the day I got it, I posed it so that the arms are coming down.
Yeah.
And he held the pose. A week later, he won't hold the pose at all. Everything falls off. The tentacle arms kind of just lose all stability. It's like a week.
And it's weird because you probably weren't moving it at all either, right?
No, I wasn't moving it at all.
There's no reason for that. You're not
Nothing.
adding friction or rubbing off parts. That's crazy.
So the stuff they make, it looks great, but look at this clown.
I've had this same pose for over a year.
All right, well, I'm gonna say this: if you take him out of that pose and try to put him back in the pose, it ain't gonna happen.
That's why he's been in there for over a year. That's the only pose I've ever done with him. So
yeah, I do the same. I put him in a bunch of poses while I take pictures, and then pretty much it's one pose forever on the shelf.
Yeah,
I try and switch them up when I do my quarterly dusting, but
you dust quarterly?
At least.
Oh, I dust once a year, if that.
If I don't, it sucks walking around. You're like, that dust drives me nuts.
I pay my maid a couple extra bucks to dust.
No one ever will come in here and touch anything. I see
happy ending dusting.
$2. Thank you, holla.
So slow boat option. If it saves you money, I mean, if that's what they're choosing to do, so you don't have to pay silly money.
You know what? For the slow boat option, honestly, I think I mentioned this before in a couple other streams, but the Japan Post option has been pretty good for me. It's 7 days, or actually, I'm sorry, about 8 to 10 days. I get a shipping notification. 2 days later, it's at the Japan Post Office. And then from that point on, it's about 7 days to get to my house.
I've done the same. It's actually not nearly as bad as they suggest it might be.
Yeah.
So we all saw those notices from the different retailers saying that DHL and Japan Post and everything is paused. Right?
Yeah.
And I sent my wife, sent is probably the wrong word, but I asked my wife to go to the post office to inquire. Because when a non-Japanese person goes to the post office to ask about something, they don't always give us the straight answer. They just kind of, get out of here. So my wife went and asked about regular parcel shipments, and they said they're doing it, which is contrary to that post that we got from the different retailers. So it's Golden Week now. It's Golden Week now. So people who I have your stuff, Waffle winners, I've kind of held back because it's all sort of coincided with that email going out saying the shipments had stopped. Once it finishes, I will contact Waffle winners and I'll give you guys the option. Do you want me to send your stuff out now, or do you want me to hold on to it till we know definitively whether or not you're going to get the tariff on it? So I can hold on to stuff. I'm cool with that, but I know some people are itching for their figures. So, if you've won anything in the last month, I'll reach out and you guys can make the decision, and I'll just, I'll play along accordingly. So, but they are sending stuff out. So you have two options usually when you go to the Japan post office. You can do EMS, or you can do like just parcel shipping. And the parcel shipping, you do get a tracking number, but the EMS is much faster. So the EMS, you'll get it like in 3 days. Whereas Al just said, Japan Post, you're getting it in about 7 or 8 days, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
Save
really
yourself.
good.
Yeah. My last big Ami shipment was about 6 figures, and it was about $20 to $30 cheaper, if I recall correctly, to do Japan Post instead of DHL. Which we all know DHL's, if you're in a rush, they have some type of magic teleporter because it's like 2 days.
They do.
But
Yeah.
if you're not too much in a rush to save yourself, $20-$30, Japan Post isn't a bad option. And you get tracking too, which is through, for us in the US, you'll get it through where you can track it on USPS.com.
Is this true, Richard? Is that true? $300?
Oh wow! Holy crap!
What does he say?
Wow. The Chrome Mafex Mando
Damn.
is $300 on eBay.
I'm gonna
crazy.
check it out right now, actually.
So let me use that as a springboard then to get into today's topic.
Oh man!
So the Waffle is ending May 1st. So if you haven't joined and you want to join, you have until May 1st, and then I'll be closing the Waffle, and I will be picking the winner on our May 4th stream. So if you have put in money, if you've gotten a couple spots, and you're saying when is the winner going to be chosen, the winner will be chosen on May 4th. We're doing a May 4th live stream. I don't know who can join it. It'll definitely be me. I'm hoping Ian can join. I don't know about the other guys.
I'll be on.
Al's going to be in.
Yeah.
But I'm still getting people contacting me about like waffles from like a month ago, 2 months ago. Hey, did you pick a winner? I'm like, yeah, I did. So that waffle winner will be chosen on May 4th. So just make sure that you set your alarm. Again, if you pay for a waffle, you don't have to watch it live. I give people about 2 to 3 days to watch it so they can watch it and be surprised in real time. Oh my God, I won, which is kind of cool. I think that's fun and exciting. But if you haven't contacted me in 2 or 3 days, I'll reach out and I'll start up a conversation. I'm not just going to say you won. I'll kind of try to, finagle my way into revealing it. But you don't have to watch live if you pay. Now, if you don't pay for a waffle, and here is a very strong hint, people, there's going to be waffles on the May 4th stream, and there's going to be a member stream after the May 4th stream, a members May 4th stream, where something is definitely going to be on that, a waffle that people are going to want. Now, It's not a giveaway waffle. It's a waffle where you have the option to buy it at retail. So I picked it up. You're just paying retail instead of paying, for example, $300. I picked it up retail. And if you want it, it's yours to claim, but you only have 24 hours. So during the stream, I'm going to pick, for example, maybe 3 people. First, you won. You have 24 hours. Second, your second place. If that person hasn't responded, then it's yours, granted that you tell me you want it within a certain time. And then third place accordingly. If you don't reach out, then I'll just do it again another day. But for the member waffle, there's definitely going to be a figure that a lot of people want. So if you are a member, make sure that you tune in. And we'll talk about membership in a minute. It's not a subscriber. It's a channel member. So the channel membership is different than just subscribing. So anyway, once again, this waffle ends on May 1st. And I'm doing a new waffle starting today for the Galen Urso. This is the Japan exclusive Hot Toys MMS 775. This is only available in Japan. It's not available anywhere else. It's not available in Hong Kong. It's not available in China. I'm going to do this as a waffle. This will probably be maybe like $10. And I haven't fully figured out how many spots, but there's going to be a limited number of spots. Unlike other waffles, everybody's going to choose a number. So your number, when you're in, tell me a number and I'll put your name in accordingly. So I'll have, like, for example, 1 to 50. I want numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so those are your spots. And as soon as those fill, then we'll choose. Okay, so it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 6 months. Who knows? But this figure is going for a lot of money on eBay. At one point, it was going for like $1,000. I don't know if it's still there. Probably not. But it's still a figure that you can only get in Japan. I picked up an extra one that I'm making available again for the Facebook group, but I'm going to share it in a couple other groups as well, because our group is mostly 112 guys, and I know that and I understand that. But I'll give our group dibs. So you guys will have it first. You guys will have an opportunity to choose your lucky numbers if you want in. And then maybe after a couple of days, I'll make it available to other groups, other people. So this one will start today. I'll put the information on the Facebook group. And if you want in, same system, you type in, and then tell me your numbers. So you'll have to tell me right from the get-go how many spots, because you're telling me how many numbers. So I want number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. So that'll be 5 spots. Okay. And then you'll have to pay accordingly. So this is a cool figure. I have it right here. Let me get it out. So this is the special packaging. I picked it up special for the guys. And if you do collect Hot Toys or you're into Rogue One and you have maybe the Hot Toys stuff, this is a very hard to get figure. If you weren't at Celebration, very hard for you to get it. So again, this starts today and I'll post it in the Facebook group. Any comments?
Looks like I Am Batman is asking how the waffle works.
Yeah.
Okay, where is that?
Some comments, some of the newer comments.
In the comments, yeah.
Just send me a DM and I will make sure Robert gets the money.
Don't send Ryan anything. All right, let me go. All right, so how do you join it? All right, so you have to be in the Facebook group. I'll post the information there. So basically how the waffles work is I'll post the picture and I'll say, this is the cost. This is how you pay. if we get this many number of people, it's free worldwide shipping, which the Mando is at this point. If you win, it's free shipping anywhere in the world. And you pay using PayPal, friends and family. It's not goods and services, it's friends and family. Because it's a raffle. You can't challenge a raffle. So it's the Mando is $5. It's $5 a spot. So again, if you're a member of the Facebook group, you can go in and see it. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, don't tell my wife. Just join up, reference this stream, the Kaiju Daddy stream. You saw it here. You're joining because of this, and then we'll know that you're a real person. You're not a bot, and we'll approve you. So that's basically how they work. Okay. Yeah. Same thing. Okay. So next, how do you do channel membership? How does that work? So this is for next week. I'm going to be doing some giveaways next week. Here's just one example. Like, I know KJ is after one of these. So this is a Jaws bath bomb. And if you've seen my short video, if you've seen anything, these are awesome. So it's a bath bomb in the shape of the boat from the movie. Okay, so what's the name of the boat? The Orca? The Orca, right?
Yeah, the Orca.
I should know this. Brain fog. And then it starts dissolving in the bathtub. And you'll get one of 4 sharks. There's a mystery shark here. When the boat dissolves, then suddenly it has red coming out of the shark's mouth right here, which is such a cool feature. You normally wouldn't see that level of kind of sophistication on a bath bomb. But that's how it works. So those are really cool. If you have kids, if you have little boys in particular, you put that in, they would have a blast. It's a really cool thing. So for the dads out there, or for people who are into Jaws, that's a really cool thing. And I've seen it on Amazon in USA, and it's over $20 a piece. So they're not cheap. So if anybody is interested, I'll be giving them out during the next stream. And then again, maybe another giveaway during the stream. And then for the member stream, channel membership, I'll be doing another giveaway, which is basically you're buying a figure at retail. Okay, so if that figure costs $300 on the market, you're not paying $300. You're paying whatever I pay at the store, plus shipping, of course. Okay, so there's different kinds of waffles that I do for channel members. There's that type, and then there's also just a giveaway type, where, okay, you choose, or here's what you won, and you pay the shipping, but the thing is free. So there's different types. But for channel membership, if you do join, it's 99 cents a month. You get exclusive content. That means exclusive videos, photos from different places, just different types of things. You get member streams. So for example, the May 4th member stream, if you're not a member, you can't join, you can't be part of it. The member waffles, which I just mentioned, you get early access. So I might put a video out, for example, the Metacom summer event. I might make a video exclusively for members. I might make a video that's only available for members first, and then everybody else has to wait a week or something before they can see it. So you do get early content before everybody else. And also you're the envy of all your friends if you're a Kaiju Daddy channel member. So those are the big perks. So thank you, Sneaky and Doppelganger. Thank you for throwing out some more memberships. I appreciate it. Very nice, very kind of you guys. Thank you.
Get everyone warmed up for the next member stream.
Yeah, definitely. So I am putting out another video probably tomorrow or the day after with some May updates. I went to the people. I got some info on some stuff, and I'm going to make a video and release it either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So this will be the most up-to-date information that I have, and I'll pass it along. So look out for that video. It'll again be out either tomorrow or the day after. And again, we are doing the May 4th stream. There will be waffles, and some more waffles. There's the regular stream and the member stream. So make sure that you join and join either just the regular stream or perhaps become a channel member. Now let's get into the first topic. Disney and Hasbro. Who wants to go first?
I think we should let the number one Hasbro, the collector, start this off. Actually, it looks kind of busy.
I can
All
start.
right, let's just do a show of hands. Do we think this is a good thing, a bad thing, or are we indifferent?
I think I'm indifferent, kind of maybe leaning as a good thing, because as much as we shit on Hasbro, they do a lot of questionable stuff. Most of their stuff, for the most part, it's very easily accessible. Usually, you have no problems pre-ordering stuff, as long as it's not some crazy exclusive or HasLab. But and I think they've improved a lot over the years, but they do kind of do sometimes 2 steps forward, 2.5 steps back. But I mean, for the most part, I didn't think it was going anywhere else, so I'm kind of just like indifferent to it.
Okay, Jason?
Yeah, it's to be fair, I collect a few Marvel Legends here and there. I don't collect Black Series, except for that steel I got on Amazon for the Celebration stuff.
Yeah.
All right, couldn't help myself. But I don't know. On one hand, like you were saying, they reuse a lot, but they're good. So when you're established, you can keep on with the quality, and you're established enough to know what to. I don't know how best to phrase that. You're already good at what you're doing, but you also lack innovation. So, if you got someone new in there, someone who's going to be a go-getter, someone who's going to want to put their mark on it, you kind of miss out on that. And I think it gets a little stagnant. Like you said, a lot of repaints, lots of reused parts, a lot of the same figures, a lot of 2-packs with figures nobody wants as the number 2. So I think it's both good and bad, which is a wishy-washy answer, but I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy thing for most people, right? Is it good? Is it bad? It depends. It's layered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I always like to see what someone new can do with an existing property.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of things. I think in particular, the Star Wars line needs fresh blood.
Yes.
I think it needs a new perspective. It needs new ideas, new people at the top, okaying certain things, maybe changing the scale. Changing the scale in a lot of ways would be disastrous, but maybe it means improving the quality of the product. Who wants that gummy Hasbro plastic all the time?
Yeah,
I don't want to buy a figure straight out of the package and the gun is bent like that. I mean, it's like, come on. I don't want to have to keep reheating these things and trying to get them in the right position. Like,
close.
Just, Metacom can do it. Bandai can do it. You guys can give us some decent plastic. I mean, you're asking for $25, $30 at this point for the figures. Why can't you just improve the quality of the plastic?
That's always been the way I collect now. Is I'd rather get quality over quantity. But then you start to get into some of the Star Wars figures that no one else is ever going to make, and the Marvel Legends figures that no one else is ever going to make. So there's a bit of a trade-off there for having it. But like you said, when the guns are drooping out of the package, and that plastic is terrible.
Yeah. And like was it? Yep, your boys got toys was mentioning. A lot of the Marvel stuff. They're good placeholders for Mafex.
Yeah.
And just like you said, Jason. Sometimes we might not even get those figures made by Mafex, or who knows when they'll make it. Like, for example, I know a lot of us are starting to get that Professor Xavier that they reissued. I mean, it's almost a must for a Jim Lee, for any X-Men team, really, but especially that, 90s Professor X, it goes perfectly with, all the stuff that Moffix is putting out. And, if you don't have I guess you could do without Professor X, but, if you really want a complete roster, that's probably going to be the one that you'd have to get until Moffix comes out with one 10 years later.
Yeah, that's exactly it, though. It's what you'd put there until you had something better.
Yeah. Placeholders are okay, but they can't be disasters.
Yeah.
They have to be. They have to at least respect the consumer to a degree. Don't throw me a bone that's got no meat on it at all. Like give me something. So Ryan, come on, chime in.
To be honest with you, huh? Where am I? To be honest with you, I wish they would lose it so they could focus on G.I. Joe, because I could care less about Star Wars with Hasbro. I could care less about Marvel Legends. So, I like, wait, I take that back. I do like their HasLabs and some of the figures that you can't get with other companies. Now, they give you options and they give you quantity, which is nice. The Punisher was awesome. The Nick Fury, the Shield figures I liked a lot. There's still some figures that they're coming out that I enjoy. But for Star Wars, I hate to hurt anyone's feelings, but Black Series is trash. Hot Toys is the way to go for Star Wars. So, again, I got this little Star Killer I'm playing around with, which I don't know really how to pose them. I need to work on it. But this figure right here, now it's more expensive, but if you talk about quality, I'd rather have this than a bunch of Black Series. So, in Black Series, I learned a long time ago, they're just going to reissue those over and over and over. Even the helmets. When I had the helmets, the Black Series helmets, I would sell those things for like $200 and something because I knew they were going to reissue those. And thank God I did, because you can get helmets, those Black Series helmets, for $50 sometimes on sale. So,
what are you drinking?
Huh?
What is that?
It was a Pepsi can from the 70s.
Wild cherry.
What is that? Cherry Pepsi? They make cherry Pepsi?
Yeah, wild cherry Pepsi. Diet wild cherry, that is.
Wild.
Gotta get the diet.
But I'm more interested in what
Well, I'm getting ready to rip off my shirt and run marathons in California, so I gotta get in shape. Posing for pictures, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So your boys got toys is pretty dead on.
Yeah.
I mean, some might say that the Jada Toys stuff is the gold standard for the price point, but for Hasbro, when it comes to what they put out, the Joes are really the best value you're gonna get.
Yeah,
they really are in terms of the product, the sculpt, the accessories, just everything.
And they have some, they have some crappy ones too, but at the same time, the majority of them are pretty good, and some of them are a heck of a deal for price point.
Now, Eric here, he doesn't have space required for Hot Toys. Do you see where I live? You know that I've been in people's bathrooms in America bigger than this room. I'm not joking. Like, you've seen Ian. Ian is in a very small room as well. Like, you make do. Where there's a will, there's a way. So
just start hanging shit from the ceilings. You can do it.
That and start throwing your boxes away, guys. You'll have so much space.
I'm starting to get there with the boxes. I'm just running out of room.
There's no. Yeah.
I'm keeping my celebration boxes.
Oh, certain boxes you keep. Yeah.
Certain boxes I will. Other boxes, most boxes I've tossed. I still have my Hot Toys Han and Chewie 2-pack box, and my DX Bespin Luke from 15 years ago box, and the Michael Jackson Thriller 2-pack box, and that's about it. Like, there's an Umbra figure right over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I haven't opened them, so the box is there. So the figure's still in the box. But if the figure's out of the box, that box goes instantly in the garbage.
I'd say the other exception are like the Figura Obscura ones where the boxes are really kind of special.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It
pains me. It pains me to throw those away, but I do.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like a lot of people, and you know, I'm not going to knock anyone that keeps their box. Of course, it's everyone's decision.
Yeah,
But,
of course.
I got into that mindset because I used to keep all my boxes too until last year when Robert maybe joined his throw box cult. I don't know what happened, but no, but honestly, it's definitely you feel a sense of relief when you free up so much space. And there's no point. I mean, honestly, I don't want anyone to spend money on storage for boxes. That's money that can go towards your collection. And and I understand, a lot of people, especially with the import stuff, the boxes are considered art. But I started telling myself, art is meant to be on a wall, like a painting. And if it's not going to be on the wall, just toss it.
I keep my G.I. Joe HasLab boxes, but I fold them.
Yeah.
So everything's out of it. I just cut the tape on both sides and I fold it. And eventually I think I'm going to frame it as like a piece of art for the wall for whatever toy room I'm in. So they're kind of cool. Everything else is cool. Yeah.
And I just put it in one of my bedrooms.
Well, see, I was going to say, I have a friend just outside Tokyo, my buddy, who I went to Celebration with. And he's got a room this size, from floor to ceiling, just boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes.
Ooh.
Not empty boxes. Not empty boxes. They're full of boxes. And he's planning on moving back to America this year, probably summertime.
How's he going to move it?
It's
crazy.
You make do, right? You figure it out. But he's got the Inad Gandalf in the box. Come on, dude. Just sell it to me. Sell it to me. He's like,
that's fair.
Does he have dehumidifiers and everything?
It's in a tatami room, so that helps a little bit, but no, not really.
Jeez.
Tatami, like the Japanese bamboo kind of floors.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, I guess, Iron Man stuff. I mean, once you go down 1/6, it's hard to say no. I got James in the group, James Wilson. He won a Hono Toys Wolverine. It was his first 1/6, and he was gonna flip it. I said, James, don't do that. Hold on to it. And he did, and he ended up getting like a couple other figures, and now he's hooked on 1/6. And
oh man,
he's in the process of getting the Anakin.
You know what? Like, I've been in 1/6 Facebook groups a lot longer than 1/12 because, as most people might know, I stopped collecting 1/12 for almost like a decade, and so I was in like a lot of the Facebook groups, and now. Man, I'm seeing James everywhere commenting on 1/6 groups. I'm like, man, this guy's he's all in now. He's all in.
He's all in.
Yeah.
I mean, certain people, when they go in, they go all in. I'm kind of that way. I've kind of scaled back, but I used to be that way. If I got into something, I was all in, like it consumed me. I think James might be that way a bit because he's very knowledgeable about the stuff in such a short amount of time. So you can tell he's done a lot of studying and research.
That is one of the reasons I've stayed out of 1/6.
Well, at the same time,
I don't have that off switch,
Yeah, you need to know when to stop and not. You don't need to collect everything.
So reminder, guys, we have
one
a
more
poll
time, Ryan.
in the chat. Hold on.
I said you gotta know when to stop. You don't have to collect it.
I'm gonna mute you. We have a poll in the chat with the Disney Hasbro. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Or do you not care? All right. I've said my piece. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I said for 1/6, I mean, it's a lot of money. So you got to know when to stop. And it's really hard. I mean, I have a hard time canceling things. And what happens is these pre-orders, they take forever. And then they'll have those drops. So they had the Dark Side Anakin. They had all these limited, releases. And that stuff just kills you. And there's things I've bought and I've lost, deposits because I was, you have to make cuts. And you're like, why did you let FOMO get the best of you? And that's, a FOMO on a $30 figure or even something less than $100. It's a lot different than getting FOMO with something that costs $300 or the dewback that costs $700, which I thought was $600. And you got to make sacrifices. You got to get, a fourth job. You got to work the street corner. You got to do things you don't want to do in life. But that's what dedication takes. And if you don't have dedication, then get out of this game. Because 1/6 is a whole nother ball game. It's for
Totally
the big
different.
boys. Big boys.
Big
You got to
boys.
put your big boy pants on. And there's then you got the life size statues, the 101.
Yeah. And that's a totally different ball game.
Yeah, it's scary.
So like Jose, I am at, let me tell you right now. So I chronicle all of my 1/6 purchases. I am at, as of today, 1/6 stuff. I'm at 484.
Jesus.
So if we just attach $200 to each one.
Jeez, man.
$200? Jesus.
No, I'm just saying if we just just a random number, right? $200. That's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So 400, not 484 hot toys, 484 1/6 pieces. So I have new wave toys, arcades, working video game arcades. I have those.
Yeah. Those are cool.
I have a DeLorean. I have a couple of bats. Not bats. Tumblers. I have a couple of tumblers. I have vehicles stuff. I got this. I didn't show you guys this the other day. I got it from my
cool.
my Maverick.
Yeah.
This is a 1/6 rice rocket. How much did this cost? It's like $40. This is awesome.
That's really cool.
This is really good quality. Really nice. So I got this for my Top Gun Maverick. So he had something to kind of ride on. But this is 1/6. This is 1/6. So, it's not all hot toys. It's not all figures. It's a mixture of different things. But yeah, 484. So
I think I'm barely like at around 100. I don't. Ryan's probably up there though.
Oh, Ryan's up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped counting.
I have exactly this many.
I would say I would say I'm a little bit less than half of Robert. I'm guessing.
Half?
A little bit less than half. I'm guessing.
I'll have one by the end of the year, though.
Hopefully,
Well,
that Vader releases, right? You got the Vader, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
So, but I mean, like that's my 1/6 stuff. I have way more than that in Figuarts and Mafex. I've got more than that in those two companies alone. And we all know the prices on those. And then I was collecting Star Wars. All my Star Wars stuff is in America. I couldn't bring it. I was collecting Star Wars figures from basically my kids are going crazy, 1990 to 2006 or 7. So I was like 16, 17 years of like hardcore buying vintage stuff, Power of the Force 2 stuff. I've got a ton of Star Wars stuff that sadly has not gone up in any value.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's always a bummer when you keep all that old stuff and you look it up because you want to see how valuable it is, and it's worth nothing.
Yeah, you'd probably better off just selling it as like, like as a lot deal. Just sell it for like a really good price to get rid of it all.
Even some of that stuff where you like kept it in the box for like 15 years. It's worth like $5.
Last time I was home, I opened a ton of it for my nephews and my kids.
Yeah.
So one of my sons likes Star Wars and one of my nephews likes Star Wars. So I opened up a ton of figures, a couple vehicles like the Millennium Falcon, a whole bunch of stuff. But I've got that Target Millennium Falcon that came out a few years ago, that big expensive one, couple $100 one.
Yeah.
I've got the first HasLab, this Jabba sail barge. I've got that in America. I've got the Razor Crest. I've got that in America. I've got like 8 AT-ATs, maybe.
Wow.
Maybe. So, yeah. So I've got a lot. Unfortunately, my family's not happy because I have it in storage in their home, so they're not happy about that. Yeah. So anyway. So I think for most people, let's look at the results. I think people just don't care, or they think it's bad. The results, a lot of people have been soured on Hasbro. A lot. If Hasbro wasn't doing G.I. Joe, I know Ryan and I wouldn't buy anything really of theirs. I mean, I wouldn't buy anything if I wasn't buying G.I. Joe, because I would just have a sour taste in my mouth. I know they can do good stuff. So I have that 97 Sentinel coming. And I have that Ghostbusters Ecto-1 coming. But that's only because I trust them because of what they do with G.I. Joe. If I was just going by Black Series or even Marvel Legends, just the core Marvel Legends stuff, I'd be out. I wouldn't buy anything. So anyway, I guess that silence indicates we should move on.
Yeah.
Ryan, you want to take this?
Oh, yeah. So tomorrow is the big day, and I'm definitely going to be jumping all over this. So this is Ferguson's print. So if you're not a movie poster guy, you might not know about him, but he started back up doing movie posters for Judge Dredd. He was doing Raiders or Indiana Jones movies, Star Wars, and he did a Marvel poster, and he got discovered by actually Avengers. I think it was Avengers, one of the Avengers movies. He was doing a poster, and he got discovered by Disney and the Marvel people, and they got signed to a contract. And these prints are very nice to get. And because Robert and I have collected these before, we get in advance the ability to purchase them, which is great because they sell out pretty much instantly. So tomorrow's the pre-order starts for the customers that have purchased them before at 12
o'clock. If you bought it before.
Bought them before. And then the regular sale will go on, 12 o'clock on Wednesday? On Wednesday. So. And if you're not logged in into PayPal in that site and you don't have your credit card information in, you will probably not get this print unless they have a time edition. And I think they do have a time edition, don't they, Robert?
Yeah. Yeah. So they'll most likely have 4 prints available. They'll have a variant regular, a variant Japanese, a regular Japanese timed, and a regular English timed. And the timed one will either be 3, 4, or 5 days long. It usually goes through Sunday.
Yeah.
It won't be this size. This is a quad. This extends out. This is a British style poster. You'll get an American style 24 by 36 poster. So they do 3 waves of Matt Ferguson Star Wars stuff. In May, they'll do the anniversary print, which is 24 by 36, like a regular poster. And then in the summer, they'll do a acrylic, which we talked about in the last stream. Ryan has it. You use a light box to illuminate it. It really pops. And then around November, they'll do the quads. So this is a quad that we're showing you now. It extends out. You get more details. But he's done it with The Empire Strikes Back. He's done it with Return of the Jedi. He's done it with The Phantom Menace. And now this is the 4th in the series, Revenge of the Sith. So these are awesome. They're great. And if you get all of them and you put them together, it's going to be amazing.
Now, Robert, do you remember if the acrylic, do they have the Japanese variant also in acrylic or just the English?
I don't think so. I think the acrylic is only the regular versions.
So thank God we talked about that because I almost forgot. So I need to get the Japanese variant tomorrow and then the acrylic in the summertime, right?
Yeah.
So
I think tomorrow I'm going to get the variant Japanese, the regular Japanese, and I'll wait for the regular English for the acrylic. And then for the quad, I'll get I don't think they do the quad in Japanese. I think the quad is just English. But yeah, I'll probably only be buying 2 tomorrow. Yeah. So these are great. If you're into Star Wars, these posters are awesome. They're really good. And as Ryan said, if you've pre-purchased any of the Matt Ferguson pieces in the past, you'll get an email tomorrow from Big Bad Toy Store from Bottleneck Gallery, and it'll give you a password. So you have to go in and then you can order, and they'll only have a certain allotment. So even when you get that, Ryan and myself, even if you get that, you're not guaranteed to get one. So they'll sell out.
And I'm definitely going to have diarrhea 5 minutes early.
and then the next day they'll have the regular sale, or maybe 2 days later they'll have the regular sale. And they'll have an allotment for the regular sale as well. So just be ready. These drop, what is it, 12 o'clock?
12 o'clock in the United States, and hopefully and hopefully you get the email, because I think 1 year I got it late, so. And I had somebody.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
And I think somebody gave me the password, so I might be waking that guy up. So I might be waking that guy up. Find it. So if you hear someone trying to wake you up, it's probably me, because I definitely need to get that. I'm not kidding you guys. If you do not get the pre-sale or whatever they call it, it is harder than heck. It's like less than 30 seconds. I mean, it's in your cart. It's gone. It's insane.
Yeah. Al, do you get any of these?
No, I'm good on the posters. I mean, I did get into this little, you see kind of back there, like these little tin posters. That's about it. They're like $5 each. So,
Jason, do you get into any of this?
I really dig them, but no, I don't have wall space for them. I used to collect.
Neither do I.
I got just wall-to-wall figure shelves, but yeah, I dig them. I still have some. I used to work with Disney, so I have ride posters and a few things like that sitting around. But I stopped getting any of it because there's just nowhere to hang them up. But
yeah,
but I love this. This is beautiful.
Well, I have a portfolio that I bought from a company that works with Bottleneck Gallery, and it's basically what artists use to keep all their prints in it. So it's like a big book of posters. So I have that. So I used to have tubes everywhere, and I got that I think in November or December, and I've been putting my posters in, but I still need to get probably 2 more to put the rest of my posters in.
Is it Baruch or Barak or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I'd have to see the name and remind myself. But yeah, so if you don't have the wall space, you can always buy it. Just keep it in a tube until the time comes where you have some space. If you like it, I think they're like $60 for the regular, maybe, and the variants maybe like $75, something like that. So it's not outrageous. It's not it's not a deal killer, but they're very nice, and the quality of the print is awesome. So that, like we said, that goes on sale, pre-sale tomorrow, and then the regular sale either the day after or the day after that. So now Metacom, they had these limited edition beer bricks at Star Wars Celebration, and they're making them available today to buy. I bought a couple when I was there, and I ended up getting 3, one each for all my kids. And when they opened them, 2 kids got a Boba Fett and 1 got the Stormtrooper. Now the Boba Fett was different. I got 2 Boba Fetts, and they were both different colors. So one was a lighter green and one was a darker green. And I don't know if one is like a variant because I haven't seen anything anywhere about it. But they were distinctly different colors.
Huh.
So, if you're into bear bricks, kind of keep that in mind. If you're into Star Wars, these are kind of nice. They're about this big, maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe about the size of the vintage collection, like the old 3 3/4 inch stuff. But they're cool. They're nice. And, 5 points of articulation, the arms, the legs, and the head. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's into it, but this is something that, again, it's going on sale today through the different Metacom stores. So if you don't know, if you're in Japan, you can visit one of their stores, their physical stores around Tokyo, or you can go on Rakuten, Yahoo, Amazon. They have stores. Project 16 has stores on those platforms, and you can buy these things. So when I bought them, they were 10 yen each. That's 1,000 yen. So in dollars, about, I don't know, maybe like $7-ish each. Again, they're not bad. So just putting it out there if anybody's interested. These are going to be available starting today. Anybody have any bear bricks?
I was going to ask you the same question. I don't have any.
Yeah.
No.
I got Star Wars bear bricks back in the day from Pepsi. Pepsi used to include these small bear bricks when you bought a Pepsi years ago from the original trilogy stuff. So I've got a ton of them, but they're much smaller ones. They're like that big. They're like Lego size bear bricks.
Hey, from
nothing.
No, not me. It's actually funny. One of my nieces collects them. Well, actually, her mom buys them for her, but they have those really big, expensive ones though.
Yeah, they were ones I took my son and we were outside waiting for the store to open, and they had the big bear bricks in the window, like the Iron Man or the Spider-Man. Yeah. My son is 5 and he's tall. I'm tall. These things were the same height as him or bigger.
Yeah, they're
massive.
Huge. Yeah,
they're massive. Yeah, so they're expensive.
yeah. Oh yeah, they're and they do
$500. $500 plus.
Yeah, and then plus with all the collabs they do, the resale value on some of these just gets outrageous.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people that flip them collect these, right? I mean, that's what they like to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sometimes there's a line outside the store when they do registration or lotteries, or even they have some stuff in the store to sell. I don't see that with Moffat stuff ever.
I know, and this is their top priority, right? I mean,
yeah,
so there's tons of it.
Well, the bear bricks, you can't get them as easily on retail. So I would say most of the stuff they sell with bear bricks, they're selling almost exclusively through the store. Or through them, and then other stores will pick it up. But those, like Al and I have talked about in the past, those are like boutique stores, sneaker stores. That kind of subculture is into that.
Yeah, really popular.
You get Mafex stuff at any toy store. You can't get these. So,
did you guys see what the newest hype collectible is though now? That's kind of
I saw that video out of, what was it, Chicago or something?
The Labubus,
the Pop Mart stuff.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, that stuff is
it's
insane
like a
right now. Yeah, but it's also
targeting that here.
Yeah, it's targeting that same culture.
But I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, it's kind of like how the bear bricks are. It's targeting that streetwear culture.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. So this is Sideshow. Sideshow is doing a May the 4th Be With You event. It's May the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. If you're new to collecting, if you're new to Sideshow, they do different deals. They do reveals, but the reveals from Sideshow are kind of boring. It's the Hot Toys reveals, and Hot Toy does those reveals, not Sideshow. They do giveaways, which is cool. They'll give out coupon codes that you can get for future purchases, and they'll be doing live streams. So it's really hard for me because they do these overnight for me, my time. And I don't buy much from them anyway because I can't buy any Hot Toys because of territory restrictions. They can't sell it to me. So I don't really participate much. But if you're in the States, if you're in a country where you get a lot of your stuff from Sideshow, whether it's art prints, statues, whatever, if you're into Star Wars, this is probably a good idea for you guys to tune in and check out. You guys tuning in?
Yeah, I'll probably catch some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason?
Yeah, I'll definitely show up for it. I'm in for just about anything Star Wars, and giveaways is a nice bit of incentive. So
yeah,
definitely.
And Taxman, you'll be hustling, right?
Yeah, he'll be hustling.
Is he frozen? Is he dead?
I was just gonna ask.
I was gonna say, oh,
he's gone.
He's about to go hustle those street corners right now. Oh, since we're on this topic, I'm just gonna bring it up again. For people in the group, we are still also doing that Star Wars photo contest. The May the 4th Be With You as well. I'll post up reminders daily. It doesn't let me use it everyone tag it's like every 24 hours, so I can only do it so much, but I'll keep on reposting it. Again, we're doing a contest for the top 3 voted, and you vote by using a reaction to the photo. So thumbs up, a heart, whatever it is. Basically, the top 3 will get spots in the Christmas in July waffle. We haven't announced
Actually, I'm going to change that, Al. I'm going to give you a spot. I'm going to give you a spot on the May the 4th spin.
Okay, that makes more sense too. So for the Chromando, right? Is that the one we're doing for May 4th? Okay. So yeah, so basically the top 3 photos, and we want to be a little bit creative. So not just like, collection photos. Don't submit those. We want to do something like, and we accept all levels. We're not all pros here, but kind of do like an action style photo, or a studio style, any of those types. Submit those in the post.
A comedy photo is good,
comedy photos. Have fun with it. Just don't show us a picture of a collection. We want to
don't take a picture of that.
Yeah, we want to have some fun with it. So there's no restriction on the theme. You can make it comedy, you can make it serious, artistic, whatever. But I will repost the post, every day from here on out, so that way everyone sees it. Because I've been seeing some people post Star Wars photos, but they're not posting it in that thread. So also, it's 1 photo per person as well. So we'd like to see more people, and get more chances for that waffle on May the 4th.
Right on.
Yeah. So choose wisely when you're submitting, and when you're voting for people with likes or hearts. Don't vote for everybody, obviously, because we're we're going by the number of likes or hearts or whatever. So
we want to try to keep it
that you really like. Be selective.
Yeah, I think we said 3 votes per person because we're doing top 3. So try to keep to 3 votes.
Okay, thank you all for that. Now let's get into a little bit of news. Al, you want to take this one? You're the one who dropped all this news.
So Hot Toys just came out with they just came with the heat last night randomly. So a bunch of announcements last night. The first one that they announced right here, Darth Nihilus from the Knights of the Old Republic 2 game.
Right on.
Yeah. So Hot Toys, they've been digging into what we call the Star Wars legends since a lot of the stuff it's not canon yet. Some of the stuff they have made canon, but they've been doing the like I don't know what this. They don't really have a name for this line, but it's kind of like the Dark Force, Dark Force characters. And so they started with Darth Nihilus. If you guys haven't played the Knights of the Old Republic games, oh man, even though they're old, they're worth it. He was one of the main villains in the second game. So yeah, this was dropped last night. They've also announced previously, and they've already released. I know Ryan was showing off his Star Killer. They've also done Darth Revan as well. So they're just going down this line. They've also announced, who was it? They announced someone else, Malgus as well.
Yeah.
So they've announced him. So yeah, I mean this figure looks amazing, and I've been on and off with canceling, the Revan and the Star Killer. I do still think I want them, even though I say I'm weaning off 1/6, but man, this Nihilus, I've always loved his design, and
the mask is super cool.
Yeah, the mask is super cool, and if I recall correctly, he's not even. It's been a while since I played the games, but he had a pretty crazy story. I don't want to even give spoilers because for those who haven't played the game, you guys just have to play it, watch a YouTube, playthrough or something. They're great. But
I'll add to that too. The first game has arguably one of my favorite Star Wars moments, including Empire.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I mean, at that time, that twist was probably one of the best twists in video games of all time.
Yeah, it's up. It's still up there. Play it if you can. It's awesome if you're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, and yeah, the
Alex makes a great point though. Like the clothing on this, so good.
Yeah. I didn't even notice the details at first until maybe a couple of hours after they posted. I started looking at more pictures. Like, oh man, like the bottom of the cloak. I'm sorry, the coat has all that that weather detailing, and they did it really well. Really well.
Yeah. So
that lightning effect is wow.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, this looks good. I just based off the pictures alone, I think this one even looks better than the Revan and Star Killer.
It does, which is killing me because I'm trying to cut back.
Yeah, same.
I'm so trying to cut back. And then they come out with this stuff. And, on the surface, you're like, well, I'm not into the games. I don't want any of the game figures. But then you look at it, it's like, it looks so good.
Yeah. Just his design in general is one of my favorite designs in all of Star Wars.
That one right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
With, the wired clothing, the cape, the lightsaber, the swishing effect.
Yeah. Looks really good.
See, that's the rabbit hole of it, though, for me, is if you're going to get Nihilus, you got to get Malgus and Revan.
Yeah, this is a line you guys got to get, man. This and the Legends, the video game series. You have to get these. And they're supposed to. There's. I got them all. I'm gonna get them all.
Of course he is. That's why he's always hustling and working.
What? Yeah, I'm working my butt off, guys. Like I told you, sacrifices must be made. Get rid of the Marvel Legends. Get these.
Is everybody in on this except for Jason?
Yeah.
I'm saying yes for now, but
I want it.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not? Jason, Jason, we need to talk. See, look at that.
All right, man. We can talk.
Hey, KJ. I brought these out for you. KJ's back.
See, that's my problem with Star Wars, because when I first collected,
go back
with the Power of the Force stuff, which is nothing like this, but man, I had to have everything. I can see that easily happening here.
Yeah, that's the problem. You have to have everything because you feel like your collection's incomplete without it.
Exactly.
Yeah. KJ is giving away a figure on his posable show. What? You heard it here, guys. Go to that show. When is that stream? Tomorrow?
No, they're on Fridays, 10
Friday
Eastern.
nights? What day is today? I don't know.
That's
actually-
like past my bedtime. I try to stay up for them, but they're
Highly
late.
posable. Get on that, guys. KJ's giving away Hot Toys. Nice.
They actually even have a Monday show now, but Monday mornings.
Oh yeah.
Barely posable at I think it's 12 Eastern. So
Yeah.
it's
AM?
Yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be their coffee show, basically.
Coffee show.
I've
Like,
watched
you
that
start the
show
week.
many a time while pretending to work.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't caught it, KJ show is really cool. It's definitely
Yeah, it's a good show.
one you should check out.
Oh yeah, I love watching them on
Don't
Fridays.
have your kids nearby when you're watching.
Yeah, and it's definitely late night activities or ratchet activities, I should say.
Yeah.
You haven't heard my kids talk.
Thankfully,
No.
we have.
My daughter's got a mouth of a sailor. So just let you know.
Well, don't bring her on the stream. That's all.
Yeah.
Now this one, I got to get 2 of this.
Oh my gosh.
You need 2.
I can't believe they just announced this one after announcing one a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's not even out
That
yet.
was the Clone Wars one.
No.
There's
The Darth Sidious one that they announced last year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, with just the one sculpt with that sneering skull.
Yeah, they said screw those people.
Yeah,
Screw them.
I mean,
When
that's
Hot
worse.
Toys does it, I'm okay. When Hasbro does it, F them. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. I need my one-armed Mace Windu in the background.
Yeah. That's like a still frame. It looks so good.
So this is the thing. Like you get this version and this version, right? Like look what you can do with this figure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look at that. It's like 2 different figures.
Yeah. I like the picture with him and Anakin. That's the way I would do it.
That one right there.
There's probably, but there might be another picture, but yeah.
This one?
No, the first one. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna do it.
You're right, though, Robert. That with the one-armed Mace Windu would be badass.
That'd be pretty cool.
So
Have
cool.
them floating on
we
some
can
fishing
we
wire.
can get a battle. Yeah, we can get another battle damage mace easily.
Easily.
Oh yeah, the artisan mace, right?
You were gonna
Rooted eyebrows. Rooted eyebrows.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
Just the
I need
smirk.
it.
The
I need
smirk
it.
is
I need to pre-order him. Hopefully, I get some.
I gotta pre-order this one. This is the priority. This one. 2. I'd
How
rather
you-
have 2 of this than this one and Nihilus.
How do you like Hot Toys giving us another range trooper? I mean, what the heck? That was messed up.
See,
That-
I'm telling man, they're doing that now.
Yeah.
There's no more such thing. Actually, even before that, what trooper was it from Rogue One that was like super hard to get, and then they re-released
Short
it?
trooper.
There you go, the short trooper.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did the same with that.
and you can like army build those still.
Still
Probably
only
they're probably
one Umbra.
still. Yeah.
Only one
Oh yeah.
Umbra.
Yep, that's a nice one. I mean, they're gonna reissue everything. I mean, now hopefully the price points would get lower, right? But no, they won't. Like the clone troopers and stuff, they shouldn't be so
Those should be-
expensive. Yeah, they should be.
those should be
cheap.
easy to get.
Yeah,
That phase 1 clone, just the regular one, man,
Yeah.
that thing was like so hard to get, and then it just shot up, and it's like $400 like resale.
but I still want creatures. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that dude back, but we need more and more creatures. I think. You know, the blurg. The blurg's still out there. I mean, grab a
Yeah.
blurg.
The Anakin is not a new one. It's the Anakin that's been released.
Well, so people were dissecting it, and
No, it's
I- they're showing because they have the Anakin, the dark side that just released was the one with the red eyes, and
They just took the eyes out.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that could be a thing, but who knows? I mean, I wouldn't expect Hot Toys to leave money on the table if they could just easily do an Anakin, a true, Revenge of the Sith Anakin.
No, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the one who said that the timing of the release of the Artisan Anakin was very, very conveniently coinciding with Celebration, and I said that they would probably do an Anakin dark side. I said it.
Yeah, you did.
And they did.
Yeah,
and they did.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. So you can't say they won't do anything, really, right? Like there's certain things that are always on the table, but they need to release more troopers, not variant troopers, just regular troopers, stormtroopers, clone troopers, phase 1. They should release them every 3 years. Do a certain run, a certain batch, so that they're available, and every couple of years release, because everybody needs them, and they're army builders. You don't need one, you can get 2, you get 3 or 4. Remember that guy who got the 501st? Remember that?
Yeah,
that was insane.
Yeah, and they should also be at. I mean, I know everything's going up, but man, those things should not cost over $300 retail.
No.
Yeah.
No. So, I'm all in on this one. Left me scarred and disfigured. I can't even do it. That breathing that he does too. But this looks awesome. And he will go very nicely with me, Anakin. So, gotta get him.
Yeah.
All right. Now, 6 figures. Are we ready?
Yep.
This is my number 6. I got 3.
Was it the one that was on sale on Amazon?
I got one that was on sale on Amazon, but I ended up getting my first one delivered this month.
Oh, nice.
So it's big. I got 2 now, and I have one that's on the way. So it was on sale for Amazon. When I got them, they were like $90, and then they were on sale 2 weeks ago for $72. So I grabbed another one. So I'm sure they'll go down again, but these are awesome. And Ryan sent me a link. I have to get the add-on piece from Gridiron Studios that goes out to make this into like a troop carrier, because I really like that look with the big cannon that comes out. That's a really, really cool look, which is why I got 3. I wanted to have that look in addition to this. So this is my number 6. Let's go around the horn. Get everybody in. Jason, are you ready?
Sure.
So this is our 6 figures a month, guys. So go with Jason at number 6.
All right. No shock, since I'm a dedicated Mezco and Batman guy. So every month I seem to be digging back into that. But so start off with Golden Age Robin. It's a cooler figure than I thought it would be, because the Golden Age stuff is definitely stylized. It takes me a bit back to my youth, and definitely a little bit before. But he's been a fun figure to play around with. It comes with that cool bolo. It's got the swoosh. There's a kind of a cowl piece you can stick on there. It comes with a rebreather that I didn't bother to use, and a few other things. I think he's got 4 head sculpts in Mezco fashion. They're all similar. There's the yelling one, the grinning one, the slightly grinning one, and all that. Comes with bolo and a few other things, but he's fun to mess around with, and the soft goods are good. I never missed that version of Robin with the boy shorts on. It's always a little weird. But I've had a good time with him. Let me
Where'd you get this, Jason?
Big Bad Toy Store before prices went bananas. I think this one
Okay,
was
so it's sold out.
I don't know that this one is sold out.
I think it is on Big Bad, but I believe you can still get him on like Sci-Fi or a couple.
Yeah, I think you're right. And even on eBay, these guys aren't selling for ridiculous money.
So yeah, he went back in stock somewhere too. So I think
Yeah.
it's what, 85 or $80. I think.
He's reasonably priced, yeah. So,
Okay.
but I can't say that if not for having Batman and some other figures with him, he'd be one I'd buy on his own. He kind of needs to be paired up. But it's a fun throwback. And again,
it's cool.
I love this company.
Articulation is good.
It's pretty good. You know, it's not going to be like Yamaguchi where you can get him into crazy poses.
Yeah, of course.
For what you can think of, yeah, you could put him however you like.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Jason. Al, you're up.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, so 6 figs for this month. All right, so
Just number
actually,
6.
Yep. So my number 6 is actually not a figure, but it is a diorama that I won on an IG raffle. So the little rooftop diorama. It's made by Mega City Minis on Instagram. He actually makes some pretty cool stuff, so I might have to hit him up for a couple more things. But yeah, so basically there was someone tagged me in a Instagram post, and it was one of those, tag 2 more people, repost this, like it. And I didn't even know that when the raffle was happening. I just saw a notification that, on my Instagram that, hey, you won. I was like, oh, shoot. So shipped it out to me in a couple weeks, and I've used it for 1 photo so far, which is that photo with the amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man 2.0. But yeah, it's a really good quality. The paint on it looks really good. I'm actually going to take some more photos soon. This is actually a little, this isn't part of my top 6, but I did get a custom MacGyver Customs Amazing Spider-Man Battle Damage Andrew Garfield that I will be using next for the next photo I do with this rooftop diorama. But yeah, this is some good stuff. So if you ever need a link or anything for Mega City Minis work, just hit me up and I could shoot you his page.
It's a really nice diorama.
Yeah, it was really nice. I like it. And it came with all those little props too, like the box, the garbage can, and the barrel as well.
Yeah, I like the paint. The paint application on it is really, really, really cool.
Yeah, it's good, and it's light too. It's made from foam.
That helps.
Yeah.
So people in the chat, people watching, let us know, what are your top 6 figures? Write it out. Let us know. We'll compare. See how people did. So this is very cool. Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
And we got the collector.
Well, yeah, I totally forgot what I got this month. So I did get a couple like this guy here. I totally forgot I got him. But number 6, you got my slides or no?
Yeah, give me a second.
So yeah, I had a hard time remembering what I got. I kind of scaled back this month, I feel like. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I didn't even remember what I got, but I got the Ghost Operator from Valverse, number 6. Now he's an army builder. I need a lot more of him, but he's priced at $29. So you need a gear pack. You got the white guy, you got the black guy, you got the what else do you got? So you got at least 2 different versions of him, and the articulation's a lot better than the previous waves, I feel like. So his shoulders can articulate a lot more. You can actually hold a rifle and actually try to look down the scope. So it's a pretty nice figure, but you do need plenty more. So out of his secret wave of 3, I felt like this was the best figure that was released. Right now in Valverse, though, Blowback, one of my favorite figures, is $29. So I think he was $49, so he's $20 off. So if it's not too late, I think he's still on sale for $29. And I forgot, I just realized I got this Steel Brigade also. So this would have probably been
giveaway time, giveaway.
Yeah. So I need more. And he's supposed to have a restock this month, but I don't know what's going on. So hopefully it gets a restock, and I can maybe get the variant of the gold helmet on the Steel Brigade. So I know I need about 3 more. So we had a limit of 3. So that was my number 6, supporting Valverse. Get out there. Don't miss out on him.
I actually need a couple of those too for some army building for photos.
Yeah, and you gotta hopefully he reissues or gets new gear packs that are all black. That'd be neat. So
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue on to my number 5. It is the Chrome Mando, which we've been talking about a lot. This figure is a very, very surprising figure. I didn't expect much from it when I was at Celebration. The way they displayed it in the display case, it looked good, but wasn't super impressed. The promo pictures that they put out, not very impressed. But then you get it in hand, and then there's been a couple photos of it online that it's really, really cool with your own eyes. So I got this. It's the 2.0 body. So if you have the Mando 2.0 from Mafex, it's the same body. It doesn't have as many hands. It doesn't come with the long rifle. It's missing certain things, but the selling point is the chrome. So it's a very, very cool figure. Again, we're doing the Waffle for it right now, and that ends on May 1st. So if you like this figure and you want in on it, again, go to the Facebook page, find the post that is talking about the Mando Waffle, and then just go down in the comments and type in and tag me in it. Robert James is the Facebook. Tag me, and then I'll reach out to you, and we'll try to get you situated. So either way, really great figure. Very, very happy I got it. Wish I got more. But this is my number 5.
Did they fix the cape up on that one?
What is it?
Did they fix up the cape on that one?
One more time?
The cape. Did they actually fix it up? Because on the original one, it was a pain in the butt to try and get that around the jetpack. But there it looks like.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't put the jetpack on it.
Okay.
I'll try to do that, I guess, today. I have the jetpack kind of tucked away. I'll try to do that, and I'll let you know.
I was just curious on that. That's the only.
Yeah. The first one, the jetpack was always coming off. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And the cape had to kind of go up.
Yeah, it was really awkward.
Kind of silly. Yeah. All right, you're up, Jason.
Okie dokie. No surprise, it's the Batman from the previous one that was Robin. But Mezco Golden Age Batman, another banger from Mezco. I mean, if you look at the cape, they did it so well with the way it's fringed there. I don't know if it picks up well enough in the pictures, but he's more posable than I expected him to be. He comes with, I think, 5 heads, including an unmasked one. He's got bolos. He's got batarangs. He's got one that's a cool fold-up batarang. Just all kinds of cool accessories for him. But that cape really, really, really got me.
Yeah, that cape looks really good. It's wired just on the sides, or is it somewhere else?
Let me double check. No, it's wired in the middle and on the side, so you can get a pretty good look.
One wire in the middle, or is it?
One wire in the middle. Actually, hang on. Yeah, it's one wire in the middle and one on each side. So could be better, but for purposes of Mezco, it looks great. The shorts, if you pose them too much, the shorts I think will be a problem over time. They bunch up a bit, and you always worry about that pleather feel, the pleather stuff kind of cracking or getting weird or wrinkling up. But another one I just had a ton of fun with. I'm really happy with him. And it says Batman right on it, so I had to have it.
Cool.
That's it.
All right. So next up is Al. Number
All right.
5.
Number 5. So number 5, let me go grab it real quick. I'd say this one is the most controversial figure of 2025. The Maximum Spider-Man. Photo is by D Amazing, actually. to be honest with you, it is a good figure. It's a great figure. It's a great Spider-Man figure. Probably the best that you can get from Hasbro. And I'm a sucker for McFarlane style Spider-Man figures. So I had to get it. I would say though, it's definitely not a maximum figure. There's nothing premium about it other than, it probably comes with more accessories than, your typical Spider-Man releases nowadays. But overall, it's still a fun figure to pose. The design's great. The Peter Parker head sculpt, though, is very questionable. I have no idea why they even approved that.
Just call it trash.
Yeah. But overall, I still think it's a good figure. And if you're a fan of, 90s style Spider-Man, it's definitely one to add to the collection. Again, I can't say it's worth $50. I didn't pay $50 for it. So the price I paid, I thought it was kind of worth it. But yeah, I mean, this whole maximum line, I mean, I can't say there's anything maximum about it. But again, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, you're a fan of the McFarlane design, this is definitely one that you might want to think about getting. But yeah, that's my number 5.
How does the articulation compare to Figuarts or a Mafex?
So articulation wise, I will say this is easier to pose than an import, only for the fact that there's like the added stuff like the thigh swivel, the extra ab crunch. But again, the quality of the figure, I'll still say your Mafex Spider-Man figures, your 185, 75, whatever it is, still overall a better figure, better quality. This still kind of has that that gummy Hasbro plastic. Not as bad as most of their releases. And also that those webline accessories, I don't know who approved it being super flaccid. It's like spaghetti.
Really?
Yeah, it's I don't have it out, but it's definitely a weird thing. I don't know. I know a lot of people, what they've been doing though is you can take your floor wire or your tie wires and just kind of wrap it around it if you want like a more solid bendable web line. But you can see even the amazing picture, he's using custom webs. But yeah, I mean, it's still a good release. Again, I don't know if it's worth the $50 if you spend that on it, but just as a figure alone, I think it's a solid Spider-Man release.
I think he would have gone over so much better if they had adjusted that price point down even just a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, I know a lot of people are joking about, this is going to be at Ollie's. I really don't know if this is going to hit the clearance racks, because although you can still order it from some places, like Big Bad Toy Store still has it for pre-order. Amazon doesn't. And I usually feel like, yeah, I'm going to be the next Hasbro. Hasbro. But I mean, if it wasn't a McFarlane designed Spider-Man or look, I would have said no. But because it is, I ended up doing it. But what I'm also going to do is, now here's a weird thing about it. On the butterfly joints, they added legs to it. I don't know what they were thinking. They could have just not painted anything in there. See, you close it.
So there's no webs other places, but there was webs on the butterfly joint?
No, you see that little red line, the leg? It's like an extension of the spider's leg.
That doesn't make
So when you pull it out, when you adjust it, I know a lot of people were calling it like the tick. It was like a tick because it looks like this.
Yeah. It does.
So what I actually did was I saw someone post on Instagram. I forgot the account, but he used Prussian blue Vallejo paint and just painted over. It's a perfect match. So I have some coming in, and I'm also gonna matte spray it down. And I've seen the pictures; it looks 200 times better. 200 times better. So again, that's my number 5.
Maximum Sneaky Man.
I know KJ's dying for one too. Maybe we're gonna make the next Waffle Maximum Spider-Man and only have KJ in it.
What?
Look at that Maximum Pizza Rolls. What is that?
Yeah, garlic toast. What is that?
It's a hot pocket.
That's a hot pocket.
Oh, okay.
Mom, give me some hot pockets.
All right, Ryan's up.
Oh, I'm up. Whoa. Oh, you got a picture. Good. Hold on.
Come on.
This is, what's his name? Ganesh. Whatever. Ganesha. My bad. Sorry, disrespectful. My bad. This is Ganesha. Price point $69 or $70. $9 flat rate shipping. So you're getting this. You're getting this for some a little bit more than a maximum profit Spider-Man. But man, take a look at that bad boy. Crisscross applesauce Indian style, aka pretzel style, whatever. Then you have his little chair or cushion or whatever you want. I don't know how he's supposed to sit on that. There's no way I can get him.
You glue him on it.
Well, yeah. Or it would have been nice to have like a peg or something and put him right up his butt. He would have sit there perfectly. But I mean, the sculpting on this is insane. I know the articulation people complain about, but man, this guy has articulation. I mean, look at those stinking legs and hips, and I mean, a heck of a figure, man. Great stuff. That's my number 5.
Your thing does the back piece does the same thing as mine does.
Yeah, it's not centered at all.
But
I haven't really messed with it.
Centered to the opposite side of mine.
Yeah, I mean it's really off. I mean, but those figure obscures don't pass on those. Those are awesome. So I think I'm missing. Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm only missing Krampus and maybe one of the Santa versions. I think the green one. Which
the green one, and I need Krampus yet.
I could have got the green one for $29. I'm not gonna tell you where my place was.
So yeah, eat away your sorrows.
Yeah.
We don't have Hot Pockets here. I'm not jealous at all.
My wife will only buy me Hot Pockets, and it's not even Hot Pockets. It's a Walmart brand.
The cancer ones.
Yeah, pretty much. Cancer I don't even think this ain't even cheese. I don't know what it is.
It's KJ's favorite flavor. Ask KJ about duck butter.
Duck butter.
I really think my wife's trying to kill me.
Oh, so. You've been saying it for years. I'm sure she is.
Yeah.
She's going pretty slow about it.
Yeah, it's a slow process. That throws people off.
Yeah. So,
all right. Number 4. I'm pulling a Ryan. I count these as one. The Waffle, I put them together. I don't think you can look at them individually, so I'm doing them together. It's the Han and the Luke, the Mafex Star Wars Celebration. Super nice figures. Very, very nice figures. I got mine right here. The head sculpts. Let me expand my screen. The head sculpts are really, really nice. That Han depends on the angle, but the Luke I think is much better.
Yeah.
But the Han is a very nice. It's a very nice sculpt. It doesn't come off right there, but trust me, he's a nice sculpt. He's a very nice sculpt. But I really like the Luke. The Luke came out much better than I thought it would. So these are cool. They're very nice. Again, I thought these would be more popular than the Chrome Mando in terms of like what people wanted. I was dead wrong. It seems like more people want that Mando than wanted the Stormtroopers. But I did pick up an extra set of Stormtroopers that I will be. How you doing? How you doing, Jason?
Just make sure you know I'm here.
That I will make available later in the year, probably as a Christmas waffle. So I do have them. They are sitting pretty. And for those of you who do need it, there is another set in Kaiju Daddy's possession that I will make available at some point. So this was my number 4.
I haven't even been able to.
I know Ryan got a set.
I haven't even been able to find those on eBay. I'm dying to get my hands on those.
Are they on eBay?
No.
No.
Mando is, but those aren't.
Huh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Have to pull out my old Kellogg's mail away ones for that.
Your Fruit Loops mailaways?
Yeah.
I think I still have the Power of the Force one somewhere.
I had those.
Yeah, I got like 5 or 6 of the Han Solo mailaways back in the day.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It was Han Solo.
Yeah, it's not. All right, Jason, you're up.
Alrighty.
This is like
All right.
Batman Day for you, huh?
Every day is Batman Day here, it seems to be. And I'll tell you, I have Ganesh, but I didn't get a chance to take pictures in time, or I'd had to find a way to put him in there. Ganesh is a beautiful figure, but out of the 3 I put here, the Joker is a whole lot of fun. He comes with some cool accessories. He's I wish they had a more menacing head sculpt, but they're all, that was kind of the way it was for the Golden Age stuff, all a little tongue in cheek. But he does come with his, you get his calling card. You can't see it well enough here, but the paper says Joker's escaped. He's got the gag belt. That was mostly what it was about back in the day, was the gag gadgets that he'd have. So he's got his fake Batman belt with the expanding Joker face that shoots out of it, kind of like Dusk Till Dawn, but more mellow. And, he's got the acid badge. You can have it just the badge, or the squirt of acid out of it. And in his hand, again, hard to see, but he's got his electric buzzer. He also comes with just a bunch of stuff. I think it's 4 or 5 head sculpts. I enjoyed that one clearly the most, with him just sort of being his lunatic self. But and the Robin handcuffs were actually fun. I thought that was a neat way to pose him. But he moves around well. The soft goods on all 3 of these are, top-notch Mezco, but his, especially the suit, the bolo tie, is hard to see. I dread if I ever catch that on anything it unties, because that's never going back together. But it's really good stuff. The whole coat is wired pretty much, I think, all the way around. So you can do a lot with it. It's just fun figure. I really dig him.
You got this from where?
This one, I think, was... Oh, no. I think this one was Entertainment Earth. Okay. I did one of those Entertainment Earth deals I'd mentioned, where if you buy stuff, you get a $20 coupon for later, and then you can kind of play it forward on these. So I think he was one of those.
Yeah.
So, Entertainment Earth for him.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and on an update, real quick, I mentioned earlier about my canceled Superboy. I had sent Genki a note. Suddenly, it's I got a note saying that my prepayment had been applied, even though that was from a few months back, and he's in my warehouse. So I am getting him, but for anyone who's waiting on Genki, he is available now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like a success story. When
He's in your warehouse.
He's in my warehouse, yeah. So now I get to have everything shipped. He was the last one I was waiting for.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Al, you're up. Number 4.
All right. So number 4. Let's see. Sorry, 1 second. Number 4. Okay. So I almost kind of pulled a Ryan 2 here, but got the Mafex 2099 and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Photos both taken by Ultimate Luke on Instagram. I actually don't have my 2099 open yet, so I'm just going to show off, talk about Tobey. I know this was a very controversial figure upon release. A lot of people were talking about the QC issues, the gaps on the back. But you know what? I guess once I started seeing, kind of like the negative reaction at first, I kind of lowered my expectations. So when I got it, I actually think it's a great figure. This is probably the best Tobey you can get in the 1/12 scale at the moment. Maybe this or the Fig Arts, but that Fig Arts is long sold out, so I'm not trying to pay, crazy resale prices. But yeah, I was very hyped for this guy, and I think both the Tobey sculpts look good. I don't have any paint QC issues on mine, thank God. Yeah, he's very fun. I'm also thinking about doing the matte spray on him as well because I've seen the before and afters, and it looks really good with a matte spray on. So I'll probably do that as well with this guy. Yeah, this is my number 4.
Awesome. Very cool.
That's a great pose.
Oh, thanks. He's probably going to get a rooftop dio photo eventually soon too.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Next is the collector.
Hey, so I got my second out of 3 Sir Elijah's. So right now he's $49, and I think their prices will go up. So I'm gonna jump on these definitely. So I got my second Sir Elijah.
Are you making that available?
No, this is just one I haven't opened yet. No, these are sweet. I'm gonna get the horse too when it comes out, and then the other guy that has more soft goods. But this is a bad figure.
Yeah, he looks
So
nice.
the face plate, and I like how they're doing the face plates now. So in the box of the skull face, and then you can also put the helmet on. So there's at least 3 different versions and a lot of good parts. So soft goods, everything's soft goods. So real cool, nice figure. So that's my number 4? Number 4.
Number 4. You got a bit of a space battle going on above your head, huh?
Yeah, my son right now is putting all these what are they called? Galaxy Squad.
Micro Galaxy.
Yeah, Micro Galaxy. So he's got, you can see all the mess I have here. So he's got the Falcon here. He's got the
One.
yeah, he's got that, and then I got other ones. So we'll see. We'll check it out.
Nice. All right. For me, number 3, Superboy. Superboy. Very, very happy with this. It was delayed, what, 3 months? Over 3 months. Let me expand this. So this is a really, really nice figure. Let me maybe turn this light down. Very cool.
Man,
so I've got a little bit of bleed here. I have some pain issue on the shoulder, and then on the neck, and a couple of the heads have some pain issue. It's very, very minimal, but it is there. But the figure itself, you take those away, and it's such a good figure. It's really great. And nobody's going to top those cheeks. Look at that. Chef's kiss.
not even Nightwing?
Nightwing, but not on him. So very, very good figure. Very cool figure.
He looks
so
like
people should be getting their shipping notices now for that.
Let's hope Amazon ships it for $70.
You'll have to do a side-by-side cheek comparison when Rogue comes out.
Yeah.
I will compare the jackets as well, right?
Yeah, actually,
yeah. So that was my number 3. Number 3. All right. Next up, Jason.
All right. Well, Al showed this one plenty, so I won't go too deep into it. But I was kind of the same way. I got him, and you hear all the stuff happening with him, so you kind of set your expectations low. And part of me too was like, I didn't even know what number Spider-Man this is in the collection, so I was almost kind of feeling a little burned out by it. Mm-hmm. And then I just started posing him. I whipped up a few extra webs just to have a little fun with it, and he's a good figure. That hip gap drives me nuts, but as long as you're posing him and you're not just standing him there, I don't think it's really too big an issue. On close-up photos, the only other thing that drives me crazy is his kind of beard stubble, which
on the Toby face.
Yeah, it just looks like he fell face first into it. But but you have to be right up close to see it. So a very minor complaint, but I had a great time with him. So that's my number 3.
Okay.
Oh, and the ring.
Wait.
Ring is
Yep.
also cool because you can use it with any of these other figures. You can throw it with Doctor Strange or any of them if you want to set up shots and all. It's kind of a nice accessory to have.
Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine too now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you. We'll move on to Al. Al with his number 3.
All right. It's actually funny because Jason was mentioning I had talked about Toby. So my number 3 kind of talked about too. But actually, you know, I've kind of jumped on that Mezco train thanks to, you know, Jason and Ryan.
Yeah.
I picked up a couple of the Golden Age DC stuff this month. I did get the Batman and Two-Face 2-pack, and I also got the Joker. This photo is by Ian Saunders Photography on Instagram. I'm only going to talk about the Joker because I think out of the 3 figures I got, he was my favorite one. Can't say much more what Jason already talked about. This is a perfect, you know, Golden Age Joker with all his gag accessories, you know, the sculpts. You know, and you know, I was actually just messing with that bolo tie right now, Jason. It is, yeah, it's like I'm so scared to like untie it, but it fiddles around a lot.
It does. I use tweezers to try and move it around in places.
Yeah.
I was still nervous.
I mean, you pretty much have to, yeah, you have to use tweezers on this.
Yeah.
Guy. But yeah, I mean, Mezco, you know, I'd say the one thing I was kind of a little disappointed in is he doesn't seem to come with a lot of accessories that most Mezcos do, but all the accessories that he does come with are kind of like the ones that you'd expect from a Golden Age Joker. I have him right now with the little Joker card in his hand. There was one other cool hand that he has with like the buzzer, which I thought was kind of cool. And you can easily pop off the hair pieces if you want to put on his fedora. But I kind of just have him this look because I think this is like a really good representation of how the Joker from that era, you know, would look. And again, Jason was spot on with that wiring on the coat. It's really good, and you can kind of get it in like some type of dynamic look while also being in a neutral museum pose as well. But yeah, this was my number 3.
Okay. Cool. So next up, we have the collector. What's he got there? He's got an empty box.
Yeah, I just realized I got this thing. So this is not my number 3, but I did not realize I had it. When you guys kept talking about it, I was like, dude, didn't I get that? Yeah. The only thing I don't understand about that guy is why does he have a lightsaber? No, I'm just messing.
What?
What is that? The time device or something? I can't remember the movie. I need to watch it again. So
it was the Sandman thing. The thing too. It was like that little contraption.
The Cure.
It looks like a stinking lightsaber. Here I got the range trooper. This would have been higher up, but recent events I had to move it down to number 3. The only thing that's weird about it is his helmet. I swear his helmet should be a little bit larger, but maybe that's just me. Everything else about him looks great. Magnetic boots, which is nice, but the new pre-order for the range trooper just kind of kills this figure. But
kills the excitement.
Yeah, kills it a little bit, but I'm still happy I have it, so I'll get both of them. But that's my number 3. So again, Pimp Daddy Trooper here.
All right. So my number 2 is the Cherry Blossom Stormtrooper. So I haven't taken him out of the box yet, but I've seen him. He's in here. And it's such a cool looking figure. And a lot of people haven't seen the back of the Howdy. And if you look at it, you can see that there's the Death Star at the bottom. And then it's got the cherry blossoms, and then it has the Imperial insignia at the top. It's really, really nice. It's very cool. So this is one figure that I had to have that I was really excited to get. I was more excited to get this at Celebration than anything, to be honest. This was my thing. And Ian was the same. And I'm bummed because it seems like I'm not going to be able to get a second one. in the regular version with just the cherry blossom details on the suit, it doesn't appear as though Sideshow's going to get any. It looks like all the other allotments are going to be in Asia, whether it's Hong Kong, China, or even I think Thailand or Taiwan or something is getting some. So they didn't make many of them. What was the total number? 2,500, something like that. So there were 1,000 of this one. There were 1,000 with the coat, with the jacket, and then there were another 1,500 to be, I think, divided everywhere else. So very excited for this. I can't wait to open it. I need another case, which is why I haven't opened it. I want to just keep the figure protected until I get another case, and then I can put it on display. So that's the reason I haven't opened it. But looks awesome, really great. And again, my number 2.
Yes, beautiful piece.
So, all right. Next up is Jason.
Okey-doke.
Oh, my bad.
Walking hand in hand with Al again. So good $20.99.
Nice.
Same thing. I was kind of a little burnt out on Spider-Man, but once I pulled him out, I had a great time with him. He's so much fun to pose. So he's got. I thought I was worried originally when we saw it about how the spider webbing, the wings or the back pieces would be, but they actually work really well. You get larger pieces for the arm or smaller pieces, and 3 separate pieces for the back you can choose from, either a smaller one, a larger one, or a split. And man, I just had a good time with them. So really fun. The paint is great. I like the half mask look. Unmasked would have been fun, but at least this is different. So that is my number 2.
Okay. Thank you very much. Al, you are up for your number 2.
All right. So for my number 2, it's sticking to the Mezco right here. I got Mezco Tangerine. All right. And then some photos that I really like from Instagram. Ryan Carr, Son of a Flower, and Agent Variant. Yeah, I mean, this figure, at first I remember when Ryan was talking about it, I was like, you know what, I don't know if I could do this. You know, I'm not really, at the time I wasn't even really into Mezco as much. But once she went back to being available and I see all these people taking awesome pictures of her, I was like, damn, I got to get her. So I ended up picking her up with the last time she was available earlier this month. And this is like what I expect from a Mezco figure. Loads of accessories. She comes with like a winter coat, a couple of head sculpts. Here's mine right here. I love these rings. These rings that say badass. And all her weapons, her guns, her rifles, her handguns, her bazooka, her katana, they're all like color themed. You know, they're like black, gold, and white. I mean, it's almost like a Call of Duty character where you have all the matching skins for your weapons. But yeah, this figure is awesome. Really good detailing, and I know they're using like a new body on her. I think it's the same one they use on the Spider-Gwen, but it's like a seamless body underneath, so she's really posable too. But I just have her like this right now because I love those rings. And she's kind of like one of those like old blaxploitation characters, that you see with. So that's the theme that they were going with her. But she fits in with so many other characters too. I've seen so many good pictures of her. But yeah, she is my number 2.
Cool. Very nice. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Hitting the wrong buttons. Sorry. And now we're up with, I don't know what we're going to call him now. He's just sort of passed out. You all right? That Hot Pocket do you in?
No, I'm good. Hey, I forgot I got this guy too. You guys see this guy?
Oh, you got that?
Yeah, I got it. It's going for over $100 right now, or people are buying it for over 100. So I'm having a hard time keeping it. I might have to sell it. So
did you get it from Big Bad Toy Store?
Yeah, I got it from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah,
I set alarms and I grabbed this stuff. So. It sold out pretty quick.
It's sold out like a swap meet toy.
Yeah, oh yeah. But people are buying it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of crazy how much those are selling for. So I don't know. I might have to think about it. I got a ROM over here too. I didn't realize how many things I had over here. Okay, so what is my number 2? So my number 2 in most months would be number 1. But this Star Killer, the Hot Toys Star Killer, this thing I got out last night and I played with it a little bit today, and it's a real nice figure. It's a lot better. I think the body is pretty nice. I don't see a lot of pleather on it, so hopefully it lasts. But again, all those little lightsabers that you can put on his belt that you can see in that picture, I don't think I'm gonna mess with that. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose it. But
you gotta put them on. He collects
yeah,
them.
I will eventually. I mean my little cases here, Detolfs are just jam packed with random Hot Toys figures with other Hot Toy figures right now. So, and Jason talking about dusting. I just looked at the shelves and they are dusty. I mean, real dusty. So this
Dust
is
on
my
top of dust on top of dust.
yeah, just caked on dust. So it's really bad. So this is my number 2. Again, I would not be passing on any of these video game masterpiece series or whatever they call it for Star Wars. So, and Legends. So, again, grab it while you can. My number 2.
All right, that brings us into our number 1s. So for me, I think if you know where I went, what I did, you probably know my number 1. It is the Darth Vader, the Sith Apprentice. It's a big box. So again, I haven't opened it because I want to be able to display it properly and not have it just kind of hanging around on a shelf. So it's still in the box, but you know, I saw it in person. I've seen everybody's pictures of it, some videos of it, and it just looks so good. It's such a really nice figure. But I'm kind of torn. Like, do I have it without the robe or do I wear it with the robe? That's kind of my biggest dilemma.
Oh,
I'm not really sure which way I'll go. So
Robe.
we'll see.
Robe.
I think when I get that Palpatine, it'll be a pretty easy decision. So
And that's
my
thing.
number 1.
Yeah, that's the thing too. If they reissue it with the not the rooted hair, hey, put the robe on. Nobody's gonna know. I mean, we save a couple.
I mean, I still have my old Dark Side Anakin. He has a robe on.
Yeah, as long as they make the hood where it lies down flatly or just correctly, it's gonna look so nice. So
my issue with the robe is the bleeding from the material.
Yeah,
that's always been an issue.
Yeah, I washed mine. I washed mine in I forget what soap it is, with the lukewarm water, and then you got to hang dry it. Yeah, and it's insane the amount of dye that comes out of it.
Sometimes you have to do it twice too.
Yeah.
But what's nice about, at least, you know, with any Anakin actually, is his clothing underneath is dark already, so the bleeding won't be an issue.
Well, the bleeding would be an issue if you have the hood up.
Yeah.
And it touches the skin or it's touching the hand.
So you gotta, you have to finagle it to where it doesn't, because luckily the hood has wires, so the way I have it, it's not touching any of his skin.
But definitely wash it. I mean, I know, but you gotta use gentle soap. I forget what, Dawn or something. Just a little bit of Dawn.
Dawn is probably what you use.
Yeah. And rinse it out. Just hang dry it.
Yeah. So, that was my number 1. Jason?
Okie dokie. Al and I are going to have to get together and just start coordinating from here on out. I absolutely love this figure. Like I was saying, it's throwback to the blaxploitation films. I always had a Pam Grier thing, so it definitely hits there. Afro puffs are on point. I freaking love this figure. It's got so much attitude. And it's just stunning. Even the handbag and the coat, like I was saying, are just so well done. Not the way I'd pose it, but and the face, the head sculpts, just the attitude. I like him angry with a bad attitude, so mission accomplished. But I was saying too, when he showed up up close, you can see her collarbone and all the details on her throat. Just the way they molded it is so on point. I wonder how that body will hold up over time, the material. But right now, I could care less. 100% love this thing. And yeah, the way they colored all the weapons with gold and black and white just really stands out. It's very cool.
Nice. KJ's gonna live stream on Friday. Him in the bathtub.
What is he washing his soft goods or something?
He's gonna...
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Soft glizzies is his thing.
Chubby wubby.
All right, so my number one. Actually, Tangerine was almost my number one, but I had a last minute addition, which you guys are gonna love. The neck of Bert and Ernie.
Oh,
these are hands down surprise figures of the year. We talk about it all the time, and the photos are amazing that you see on Instagram. I just have some examples right here. Willflow81 did the Tupac West Side on the left, and then on the right is I believe it's pronounced Ganji Wifrey. He's been doing some crazy photos that like where he just he did the Exorcist on this one, and the other day he did Gladiator, and I've seen Karate Kid. And the photos that people are doing with these guys are amazing. So I'm on right here. I got them with some Valaverse guns. Oh, the Valaverse guns work perfect on it. The knife, the combat knife on Ernie, the little finger grooves. Oh, you can't really see it, but the finger grooves work perfect.
Yeah,
you can see it's like made perfect for him. Look at that. Yeah, the
Destiny
sniper rifle. Yeah, these are awesome, and I even tried Mythic Legion weapons on them, and they work perfect. Man, I gotta, you know what? I can't even think of ideas anymore because so many people have done everything with these guys. I might just have to straight up rip them off, But yeah, these things are amazing. I actually have an idea with these guys in Tangerine, so we'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, these right now these are figures of the year for me, and luckily I know a bunch of us here just got the count today, so so can't wait to add the count to that. But yeah, these things are amazing. I can't wait to see what else they decide to come out with for the Sesame Street line.
It's funny how these essentially came out of nowhere, right? Like I pre-ordered them back when they first went up because I thought, oh, these look cool.
Yeah.
And then just the people taking the photography, bringing these figures to another level is so great.
The Aliens one where Beaker is popping out has got to be my favorite.
Oh yeah, I think the Ganju Wifrey did that one. He's been doing so many like movie
that guy's killing
style photos. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, one guy was doing a photo a day.
Yeah, I think that's him.
That was that guy.
He's got to be easily the Bert's got to be the most photogenic figure of the year, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I gotta say, even at a base level, I just keep them on my desk because they make me smile while I'm working. It's just fun.
Yeah,
I can't wait to get the count with them.
Yeah. Well, you guys got them today, right, on Target? So
the count,
they won't be here for like a week or so.
Yeah. I think. I mean, thank God that notification button was on point. I just saw a notification pop up on my phone, like count is in stock. Not even a text message. It was like an actual like app notification.
Yeah, and I couldn't even find them on a search. Ever.
No.
Is he sold out?
Target search engine blows.
You know what? It's gone now. Okay, yeah, we got lucky.
Jason.
I had to do eBay.
Got you, brother. Yeah.
Speaking of eBay, right now I'm in a I'm doing a counter offer for a guy that has something that looks like he literally took a picture of it on Target, like on the shelf still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm not paying twice the amount of retail. So typically that's what I do with the Target exclusives. So you can probably figure out what it is.
Someone was selling the number 2 for like $30. Just
I
from
saw
count
that.
four.
I
Oh,
saw that.
or the box. The box. I mean, those guys are just trying to trick people. I mean, it's
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
that's every time I see just a box on eBay or Mercari, like that's all I think they're trying to do. They're just trying to get suckers to buy it and be like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
said it was just a box."
Yeah, and they're gonna. Well, usually the buyer wins no matter what. But I would like to see what happens there. But if you're that dumb that you can't read, then you got a problem, and you should have studied a little bit harder in elementary school and learn how to read. So comprehend. So
And rule of
All
thumb,
right,
guys,
mine's
if
up.
the deal is too good to be true, it probably is.
yeah, oh yeah. So we'll see.
All right, let's keep this love fest going.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I was going to be the only one. So definitely the line of the year, not even close, for $34.99 is the NECA Sesame Street. And these photographers, I'm not a photographer, but I mean,
But
they're
I play
blowing it
one
out
on
of the park.
TV.
They're awesome. And out of all of them, so here's my little collection. So you can put, so I got Count with a cigar. You know,
That'll
Bert's
work.
yeah. Bert's giving me good vibes, but the next slide, the only thing that I feel is weird is Ernie's a little bit weird. Bert's way better. Bert now is the figure of the year. I mean, it's not even close, guys.
I think I prefer Bert over Ernie.
Yeah, Bert's even better than Count, and then he's the weakest, so Ernie's the weakest. But that line is killing it. I mean, just killing it. I like NECA, but NECA with TMNT can be scary. I mean, but NECA's a good quality figure for $34.99. And I remember people thinking that was expensive. But look
True.
where we're at now. So again, the Sesame Street line's killing it. So I think the Grouch is coming out, Big Bird, and there's a couple others. Someone had a video of them at a con or a show, and they had a bunch that are supposed to be coming out. So hopefully the tariff stuff doesn't kill the progress, but definitely need to get those Sesame Street. That's one line. I remember thinking, "There's no way I'm going to collect Sesame Street," and now
Yeah,
I
that was
hope.
my first
I
thought.
hope NECA brings out some Muppets too.
Yeah,
You know,
same.
Yeah.
and work on the scale. I know some people have said the scale is off. I don't know.
I mean, it works perfect. Like if you're just doing gag photos, like a lot of people
Yeah.
are doing,
Yeah.
then it works fine. I mean, but I mean, again, NECA is supposed to be what, like 7-8 inch scale. So
Yeah. But heck, it's not even close, guys. I mean, those figures are nice. Like I always collect the Usagi figures, Jimbo. But Sesame Street, definitely, I'm gonna collect those. TMNT, I just stay out of that because I got a buddy that does TMNT, and that's insane.
yeah,
And how much money that will cost, and how they get you on exclusives and everything like that on NECA. So again, the count I know is a little bit harder. I'm not seeing restocks at Targets, so that one little display thing they shipped out looks like the only stuff they're gonna get for right now. So I would be jumping on it, even if you have to go to eBay. You might find it.
Jump on this NECA Xenomorph too.
I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
What?
look at
This looks
When did this-
really
Yeah.
Man.
good.
Yeah, I
So this
need
is
to
Big
get.
Bad Toy Store, and it'll fasten to your ceiling, or if you have a bookshelf, you can kind of fasten it up, maybe with some
Wait,
some
what?
thumbtacks.
How did I miss this?
It went up today,
Today.
maybe the last 6 hours or something.
How much? What's the
So
price
if,
point?
if you can get a light, in there, look at that.
It's 80.
Look at that. That's
$80
bad.
bucks?
Yeah.
Look at that though.
That is nice.
Looks great. And it's so different, right? So if you're getting like that, what is it, 52 Toys that's doing the new Xenomorph?
Yeah, that's what I thought this was when I saw the style of the picture. I thought it was the 50.
Yeah. So, pretty cool. Lots of new Xenomorph stuff, some new Predators. Everybody's excited about those.
Oh yeah.
So pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Let me see here. All right, now before we finish up, I got some of these.
What is it? Oh, the Star Wars magnets.
These are the magnets.
I was going to ask you about those.
I'm not giving them away right now. I'm going to open them and see
Oh,
what they're
mystery.
like.
Okay.
So yeah, they're blind purchases. So you open it. Again, blind. Nothing. Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
so I got Mando. So you take it out. Okay, the back. Just like a Hot Toys box. And this comes off.
So good.
There's
And
a
it looks
figure.
like the figures
Oh
inside.
my gosh.
That's so cool. Yeah.
But you know, I don't need it as a magnet. I want my figures holding them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like that's what I want. So that's one. I'll open this one.
Does it come with a shipper?
No.
That would be funny if they had one with a shipper. That was the exclusive one, the hard to get.
People will say, "I don't want it. It doesn't come with a shipper, even though it's
All right.
small."
So these are the choices. Let me expand that again. These are the choices, right? So I got the Mando. What one do you think I'm getting here?
I think you're gonna get the 501st.
I'm gonna go with, is that Obi-Wan on the top right?
Yeah.
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 I'll say
I'm gonna go with.
Maul. That is Maul.
What do you say, Jason?
Is that Maul down
Darth
in the
Maul?
lower right?
All right. All right. Oh,
Nice.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow.
First.
Okay.
yeah,
That's
nice.
good.
Yeah. So,
So I win that,
box.
right?
oh, look at this one. It's got the insert.
The insert. Oh shit.
Huh.
So wait,
Did my other one have that?
Yeah, I
So-
think, yeah.
Let me see.
so
Let me see.
that little picture of the figure, is it like a sticker that's on top of the box?
Yeah, it must be.
Okay.
Oh, it does have that insert. Yeah, my bad.
Hey, is it accurate to what was really in the box?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
actual- Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a picture. If you took a picture of how it looked when you took the cover off. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So maybe I'll grab one of these or two of these for the May 4th giveaway.
Are they still have those in the store?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was there a couple days ago and they had them.
Yeah.
So they had a bunch.
What's the price
I'll pick
point
some
on
up.
those?
I think it's like, don't quote me. I think it's like $10 each.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Maybe I'll grab one instead of two. But yeah, those are cool. I like them. Not bad. So again, just as a reminder, we're doing a live stream on May the 4th. We'll have some waffles, and more waffles. There will be a regular stream, and then following the regular stream, I'll be doing a Kaiju Daddy channel member stream with a special waffle. So if you are a channel member, make sure you watch it either live or within 24 hours. If it's a paid waffle with me, you have to you don't have to watch it live in order to win. If it's not a paid waffle, if it's just a giveaway sort of thing, you have to watch live or it goes to the next person. So keep that in mind when I do these things. I'm giving out a few things on May the 4th. So if you want any of the stuff, make sure you tune in so you have an opportunity to get them. So with that being said, any last parting words, guys? Jason?
After a particularly rough week, I just want to thank everybody. It really lifted me back up. Talking with you guys, talking with everyone in the chat. So thank you.
Oh, magnets.
Yeah.
It won't.
Put those on your computer.
No.
Yeah.
I did have one person once who kept ruining computers back in my field tech days, and she couldn't figure out what the problem was until I asked her to stop pasting that big, ridiculous Disney magnet on the side of it. She kept wiping out all her hard drives.
I guess at least
I'd be a moron and I'd put this on my computer like an idiot.
I've seen it happen so many times, but this lady took the cake. It was a huge, powerful magnet. Just kept wiping it out over and over again.
Al, any parting words of wisdom?
Yeah, just thanks again for joining us. Remember, we are doing weekly now, so Monday nights spend with us. So, but usually, I mean, this was a 6-figure, so it was like our old longer ones. We've been doing better with the weekly streams.
About an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. Maybe 45 minutes if the collector isn't with us.
What? I didn't even talk that much.
But yeah, no, just thanks again, guys. April went by quick. I can't believe we're already about to be into May, but
we're on the
thanks again. Yeah, right. Man, so many figures this past month. I wish I could have fit more in my 6 figures, but we got to keep it short. Again, we'll see you guys hopefully on May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you.
Very good. And last word is for the Irishman.
So I'm in search of the Target blue exclusive Guile. So if you guys have that, please send it my way. So
someone else
has that even gone live yet? I mean,
some people have been finding them. I've seen people posting them,
but it's not on the app, correct?
Oh, I haven't seen. What were any of the previous ones on the app? I thought those were just in store.
I think the Chun-Li was, if I remember correctly, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to get that bad. So
that
you put a
Jean-Claude Van Damme head on that one.
Oh yeah, and everybody wants $50 for it, and I don't think I want to pay $50 for it. So
hell no.
And I did see, what's funny, I saw the Chun-Li pink one today in Target, and I've had that for, a year now or something, close to that. So it's funny how those just appear, those exclusives, so many months down the road. Yeah. But, when you have every single one, you don't want to miss out. But I'm guessing those will be available on eBay for a pretty long time, so. But I don't really have much to say besides keep collecting and stay strong, and just remember the summer months are coming, and all these conventions will have these figures if everything goes back on track with tariffs. And even if you're not buying as much now, looking at other things like dios. So if you know a dio maker, it's probably the time to start drumming up some business right now. So that's something I need to look into too, is some dios and great iron stuff. And the new Hound, the desert one, looks awesome. And it's going to cost you about $450 to get everything. So that's a lot of money. So
yeah.
Yeah. But I've been trying to get enough money for that right now. So that's my next goal, hopefully, to get that.
So one more time, special thanks to Doppelganger and for Sneaky for throwing out some free gifted memberships. So remember, if you have a membership, now you have access to the member streams, and you don't want to miss the next member stream, which will be next week. I'm definitely doing a giveaway there that you want to be a part of.
Now the May 4th, May 4th stream, is it Sunday night or Sunday morning?
What day is May 4th?
Sunday.
So Sunday.
We'll do Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Okay. Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Sounds good.
Eastern Standard Time.
I know.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good. Be safe. And see everybody next time.
All right, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care. Thanks, everyone.